Guys, about 90 seconds left here before we go to break and hand it off to you guys. Jeremy, I know you're deep into the recruiting season. KU is going through a coaching change. K-State is still a question mark. Missouri, we think, is pretty solid. Do you anticipate seeing coaches from those three schools at this game tonight?
Probably not. KKU's obviously maybe has their new head coach, if you believe the report in Sports Illustrated that
Yes.
Les Miles is the guy which all signs point toward. In K-State, I would have imagined if they were going to be here, we would see them here. And don't forget, Missouri's on the road at Tennessee, I believe, so they're probably already over in Knoxville. But I have seen some small college coaches here. I've seen some Pitt State coaches down here on the field. So there's going to be no shortage of people interested in this game, hopefully watching the stream on 810 Varsity.
And there's some folks in Madison, Wisconsin, who are going to be watching Graham Mertz tonight at Blue Valley North. Hey, guys, we'll talk to you again here in a couple of minutes. We'll hand it off to you at that point, and then we'll have the game of the week, and then we'll be back at halftime, guys. Give us a good first half.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
All right, that is Tim Spurl and Jeremy Crabtree. They have the call on the game of the week tonight. Blue Valley North at Olathe North. It's playoff time in Kansas and Missouri. The Kansas schools all playing tonight.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
We can see.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit Briar Payne Mead Insurance in Kansas City today at bpminsurance.com or call 913-402-9576. That's 913-402-9576 and ask about Auto Owners Insurance today.
Get rid of that back and neck pain today. Westwood Chiropractic has been relieving Kansas City residents of pain for decades. Dr. Ken Downing has over 30 years' experience. Call anytime at 913-432-5678 or visit westwoodchiropractickKC.com. Westwood Chiropractic, health and wellness for the whole family.
Have plumbing needs, whether a residential or commercial customer? Kansas City has turned to Graybill Plumbing since 1986. Graybill Plumbing strives to be the premier plumbing and mechanical contractor in the Kansas City area while offering unique solutions to general contractors, architects, designers, and homeowners. Call Graybill Plumbing at 913-432-9660. That's 913-432-9660. Or visit online at graybillpipeworks.com. Graybill Plumbing, a proud supporter of St. Thomas Aquinas Athletics. Go Saints!
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathe, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Four remain in the Kansas 6A playoffs. Among them, the defending champs Blue Valley North and historic power Olathe North. The Eagles haven't been to the title game since 2010, but behind a dynamic ground game, Olathe North is eyeing a return to prominence. Standing across the way, the Mustangs of Blue Valley North, the defending champs, roll in winners of 8 straight and are prepared to defend their crown. I'm Tim Spurl. He's Jeremy Crabtree. And Jeremy, it's time to send one of these teams to Emporia.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. Expect the scoreboard to be lit up tonight as these two offenses are among the best in Kansas City and honestly 2 of the best in the entire state of Kansas. As you mentioned, Tim, after dropping their first 3 games, Blue Valley North has caught fire and won 8 straight. And what's amazing about those wins, they've all been in pretty convincing fashion. None of them have been nail-biters at all. And it's no surprise at all that the big wins have come because Graham Mertz, the Wisconsin-bound quarterback, is playing like the number 2 quarterback recruit in the country. He's got 3,100 yards passing and 44 touchdowns, just 1 touchdown short of his record last season. And he missed a couple of games also with injury, so it's amazing to see what he's been able to put up. But he's not the only weapon that Blue Valley North has. Cameron Burt is now the single-season all-time leading receiver in the state of Kansas with 1,576 yards and 19 touchdowns. And running back Amari Pesek-Hickson, who is going to Michigan this weekend for an official visit, has become a great dual threat out of the backfield. But guess what? Olathe North, they have plenty of offensive weapons also. And sophomore quarterback Arlen Bruce IV. Bruce doesn't have bad passing numbers, 11 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions, but he destroys you with his feet. Then when you throw in Damon Sanchez, who has 2,000-plus yards rushing, it's a great combination. It's going to be exciting football to him tonight. I think it's going to come down to which defense can get just a few stops and avoid special team mistakes. But expect the scoreboard to be lit up big time tonight.
And you talk about the offensive numbers, and there are 2 very different strategies here offensively, but eerily similar numbers when you look at them. Points per game, Olathe North averaging 43, Blue Valley North averaging 45. Blue Valley North rushes it for 107 yards per game. They throw it for 340. You look at what Olathe North does. They pass it for 91 yards, but they run it for nearly 360. So very efficient, both sides, just different game plans.
And it doesn't matter how you get it done as long as you just get it done, and both these 2 teams have got it done. And I'm really impressed with both coaching staffs. We talked on and on and on last season about Blue Valley North and their historic run to their school's first state championship and everything that they did to get to that point. So they know what it's like to play in this big game. But then on the flip side, we have this Olathe North program, one of the proudest programs in the Kansas high school football history with all the state championships that they've won. They brought Gene Weir, who's won a lot of those state championships, back to speak to the team last night but before this big game. So this is an opportunity for Olathe North to kind of catapult themselves back into notoriety throughout the state of Kansas.
And a few years ago, I mean, back when they were sort of in their heyday, and again, this is a team that won a state championship, 9 years ago? And this is a team, again, that everyone sort of looked up to in 6A for the longest time. But coming into this one tonight, I talked to Coach McCartney this week. This team kind of feels a little bit overlooked going into this game.
No, I think so, especially with all the attention that's been on the other powers that are in 6A, even overshadowed by some of the attention that's gone down the street over at Aquinas in 5A with their domination. And Olathe North is run through a very tough schedule, and they've done it in convincing fashion. That win last week against Shawnee Mission East was so impressive. The way that they did it, they dominated the clock, they dominated the time of possession, and then they came up with a big stop late. So this is not. You're right, Coach McCartney probably did sell that a lot to his kids and throughout this week. That hey, nobody gives us a chance. We are Olathe North. It's time to get back to where we belong as a football program.
You mentioned that win over Shawnee Mission East last week. Olathe North, 392 yards on the ground. Sanchez went for 258. Arlen Bruce went for 134 and 2 touchdowns from the quarterback position. Obviously, they want to run it. Blue Valley North wants to throw it. This should be a great game. It is the semifinal round of the state of Kansas. 5A, 4A, also big games in the city tonight.
It's going to be a great matchup. I'm very curious to see what happens in that 5A semifinal on our side of the bracket, on the Kansas City bracket versus Aquinas against Olathe West. No one has given Olathe West a chance, including me, honestly. But this is why they play the football games, because you just never know what might happen on a cool November Friday evening.
Blue Valley North, they are in their all-white uniforms. They've got the white helmet with the Mustang logo on the side. Olathe North in their blue unis. They've got the white helmets. They are the home side. They are the 3 seed. Blue Valley North, the 5 seed on the east side of this 6A bracket. Blue Valley North, they really haven't been tested. They steamrolled the number 1 seed a week ago, but it was a game where a lot of people gave Blue Valley North a big advantage, and they proved why against the Trailblazers last week. Olathe North, they've been a little bit more battle-tested. Ran through Shawnee Mission East, the 2 seed, on the road in the frigid cold last Friday. And they have got a home game in the semifinal round. Blue Valley North, it does bear saying they were on the road in the semifinal last year as well.
Yeah, and they're battle-tested. They've been on the road through much of this playoffs. They were at Shawnee Mission South a couple of weeks ago, and they've got that chip on their shoulder. They're playing with the swagger that they had late last season. I fully anticipate them to come out and play really effectively. I expect both teams to play well, but you just sense that Blue Valley North believes that they're destined for another state championship run.
Blue Valley North will go left to right in this opening quarter across your radio dial, across your computer screen if you're watching on A10varsity.com. Olathe North will kick to the Mustangs of Blue Valley North to kick off this 6A semifinal game from Olathe North. We got to send a team to the state championship, and we're underway with a line drive kickoff near side that is going to go out of bounds. And I was just about to talk about that. The wind is blowing across the field. It was messing with those kicks in pregame, and sure enough, the opening kickoff comes out of bounds, and Blue Valley North is going to sit pretty.
That's one of those things, the hidden yards that we talk about every week, Tim. You just can't give a good offensive team the hidden yards and giving them great field position. Looks like they're going to actually ask them to kick it off again, and thinking maybe they're going to get a better return than getting the ball deep and up where they were going to be at. So very curious to see why Coach Sims takes that, but feels confident in his explosive return game.
And again, I mentioned that wind. It's blowing across the way, and in pregame, it was toying with a lot of those kicks. I mean, these kickers were not kicking it more than 50 yards in the air, and we see it right there. We're going to have a re-kick. They're going to try it off the 35 this time, and those returners for Blue Valley North at their own 25-yard line. So they're thinking they're going to have great opening field position here. Zach Willoughby Neal, the sophomore kicker, has got it teed up at the 35. He kicked the first one out of bounds. They elect to re-kick. Here's the second kick of the night. Another line drive kick again, angled toward the near sideline. They're going to take this one off the sideline. Heading up towards the middle and the far side across the hash near the 35 is the return man. And, yeah, right about where they would be. And it was Eric Roberts. And here comes the Mustangs of Blue Valley North.
Well, Graham Burt's in the state playoffs here. These numbers are just absolutely crazy, Tim. 976 yards passing and 17 touchdowns in the playoffs. That's not Those are numbers that you put up on PlayStation or Xbox when you're playing against the computer, not against Kansas Class 6A competition.
Cameron Burt is going to be in the slot to the left side. He is the all-time receiving yardage leader now in the state of Kansas. He's got 19 touchdowns. 4 more for him would tie the touchdown record in the state of Kansas. The future Badger Graham Mertz is going to start in the pistol, checks the far sideline for the play call. Amari Pesek-Hickson is his tailback behind him. They're going to give it to Pesek-Hickson, right side, dodges one across the 40, 45 midfield. Pesek-Hickson tripped up into Eagle territory and a first down on the first carry of the game.
Boy, what a breath of fresh air he has been to this offense. Gives him a great compliment to Cameron Burt. You can't just line up and expect them to pass every single time because Pesek-Hickson averages almost 9 yards a carry.
Picked up 17 there. They're going to give it to him straight up the middle. Breaks one tackle near sideline. 40, 35, a stiff arm, and he's ridden out of bounds near the 32 of Olathe North. 15 more on the ground.
He is so fun to watch. Shifty. And because he's got that ability to change directions, because he's also a kid that's being recruited in basketball. He's heading up to Michigan this weekend for an official visit. The Wolverines offered him, and it's easy to see why after those 2 runs.
2 right, 2 left. They're going to feed Pesek-Hickson one more time. Big hole straight up the middle. Spins off one inside the 20. 15, picks up a block. 10-yard line. Dodges one back inside 5 for the end zone. Pesek-Hickson. 3 plays into the game, and the Mustangs are on the board. All Pesek-Hickson on the opening drive.
It's hard to really describe what just happened there because that was an amazing run. Great initial block from the front of his offensive line, but then that was all Pesek-Hickson cutting, dodging, weaving, spinning, and then using power to get into the end zone right at the end. And talk about making an opening statement. The Mustangs showed right here that they are ready to play in the state semifinal.
Extra point kick up and through. That was fast. 11:23 to go, opening quarter. It's already 7-0 on your ESPN Kansas City High School football game of the week.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Damon Sanchez and Arlen Bruce back deep to return for Olathe North, 7-0. It took 37 seconds for the Mustangs to get on the board. Amari Pesek-Hickson carrying the load. They're going to pooch kick it to the near side. The up man is going to field it at the 35 on the run and scoot out of bounds. Good job by Elijah Williams to field that and just step out.
Yeah, because if that ball bounces, it's a live football. But how about the statement made by this Blue Valley North offense coming right out and pounding the ball? Not throwing the ball, but pounding the ball right at this Eagles defense, and they broke. Now it's up to this Olathe North offense. Can they answer? And we're going to, that's going to be the key all night long is if an offense scores, can the other offense come back out and answer? Because it feels like a ping pong match we're going to have all night long going back and forth, back and forth. Who can hold serve?
Olathe North, this offense, boy, they are good. They average more than 450 yards a game. Arlen Bruce out of the shotgun is going to fake to Sanchez. He wants to throw. He's going to rainbow one deep down the middle, and he overshot Stoker by about half a yard.
Wow. And Stoker was open. He had, I believe that was Marco Collins beat on just a straight fly route. Yeah. And Marco Collins, we've seen him several times this season. He doesn't get beat often at all. And boy, oh boy, that could have been big play right out of the gate.
They go quickly back to the line. The give is going to be to Sanchez straight up the middle. Breaks one tackle, dives forward to the 40-yard line, 5 yards on second down.
That's kind of what we're going to see a lot of here tonight.
Sets up a 3rd and 5 from their own 40-yard line. 11 minutes to go opening quarter. Already 7-0 Blue Valley North. This could be a track meet this evening in the semifinal round. Bruce, 2 receivers in the formation, claps his hands. It's the direct snap to Sanchez, running right side. He is going to get chased down and thrown down 3 yards deep in the backfield.
Nice job by this Blue Valley North defense. Reed Spockman, the junior defensive tackle, kept outside leverage, did not get blocked, did not get hook blocked by the tight end trying to come around, and he did an outstanding job of making that open field one-on-one tackle against Sanchez. That's very tough to do, Tim.
And so the punt unit out on the field for Olathe North. Willow B. Neal with a line drive, end-over-end punt. It is going to go over the head of the return man, who's going to take it near the 17-yard line, trying to dance around out to the 20 and run out of bounds on the far side. No flags, and here come
a couple yards out of bounds here.
The Mustang attack, and again, their first drive, about a 30-second drive. The kickoff took 6 seconds off, and then they scored in 31 seconds.
And now if you're Olathe North, your defense has to bow up and make a stop or do something, because you can't afford, as we've seen every time we've watched Blue Valley North for the last 2 years now, you can't afford to get behind early against them because they will put you away in the first quarter.
The definition of a quick strike offense. And again, Graham Mertz yet to throw a pass. 3 carries on the opening drive. They're going to start in the empty formation and motion man across the formation to the right side. They're going to fling it that way. It's Eric Roberts in the flat near side, 35, near the 40, and he's run out of bounds. Maybe just shy of the 40-yard line, but that's 15 more yards than a first down.
And I think right now, Olathe North is trying to figure out how to deal with this speed. Yes, they play in the Sunflower League. And they're not a speed league. That's more of a power league where they still run the ball a little bit. They've not seen speed like this all season long.
15 more yards, another chunk play for the Mustangs. 4 receivers. Pesic Hickson back into the backfield to the left of Mertz, who wants to throw. He's going to flare it out to Pesic Hickson, who drops it off his rear shoulder pad. And it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Pesic Hickson and Mertz were not on the same page there. Pesic Hickson went to kind of block on that play, and Mertz flung it out to him. He might want to look, when he sees that on film tomorrow, he's going to want that one back because Cameron Burt was running down the post wide open. There was nobody within a couple yards of him.
He had time, too, did Mertz. He didn't have pressure in his face. Instead, like you said, kind of rushed that throw. 2nd and 10. Off the 39 to Blue Valley North. 9:57 to go opening quarter. 7-0 Mustang. Field here. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. They're going to set a man in motion into the backfield. Mertz, shotgun snap. With time, is going to zing it near side. Batted down, and a great play made by the cornerback to the near side. I believe it was James Thomas.
Indeed it was.
And it's 4th down.
James Thomas did an outstanding job. The ball was just a fraction of a second late by Mertz because Burt was right there on his break. He got to hit that to him when he's right out of that break. It was a couple steps after the break and allowed Thomas to make the breakup. Great job by this Olathe North defense getting the turnover.
Punt unit out there and a high kick into the lights. It is going to be run up and fair caught near the 34-yard line by Devin Stoker. And here comes Olathe North for the second time tonight. They took a shot on their first play of the game offensively, nearly hit it. Eventually had to punt on that drive, went 3 and out. Here comes try number 2.
Well, if you're Olathe North's defensive staff, you have to feel much better about how your defense rallied to the football, made a couple big plays, bent a little bit in the first 2 plays, but then found 3 strong plays to get your offense now going, and actually pretty good field position too.
Bruce back out there at quarterback, shotgun snap. He's going to counter take it straight up the middle, dodges a man, and he falls forward near the 40-yard line, just shy, gain of 6 yards on first down.
I tell you what, he just looks like a shot out of a rocket every time he touches the football. Ran that counter, faked it to the right, put his foot in the ground, and he was up the field in a blink of an eye. Does not take much of a hole for Arlen Bruce to get up the field.
2nd and 4 play for the Eagles in this opening quarter, down 7-0. The gives to Sanchez around right end. He's got the first down as he lowers the shoulder just shy of midfield. Call it about 8 yards on the ground for Sanchez.
Now we saw vintage Blue Valley North a couple times so far here. That's vintage Olathe North. They love to run at that out of that pistol, that shotgun, where they just hand it off to Sanchez and let him run off right tackle behind Jacob Dice and Andrew Dunning, the right side of the offensive line.
From the 49-yard line go the Eagles, 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers defensively for Blue Valley North. They creep up some of those safeties near the line. They're going to give to Sanchez running near side, trying to get to the edge. He cuts up near midfield, and he is going to get driven back near the line of scrimmage, maybe picked up half a yard.
That's the thing with Sanchez. He is so much more effective when he's able to hit the hole on the edge and get up the field vertically. You do not want him running horizontally. Nice job by the entire defensive line stretching it out. Then Nick Detmer, the safety, came up and did a nice job also filling the hole.
7:45 to go opening quarter. 2nd and 9 for the Eagles of Olathe North, 9-2 on the season. The 3 seed in the 6A playoffs. Bruce out of the shotgun is going to run right, cut it up, straight up the middle, lowers the shoulder, banging into tacklers. He picks up 8 yards. He's going to be 2 yards shy of the first down marker.
Well, this sets up a big play right here. And it's interesting watching this Blue Valley North defense. They really do not expect or respect Arlen Bruce's throwing ability. They've got all 11 guys within 10 yards of the ball.
3rd and 2. Mustangs stack the box on this 3rd and short play. Sanchez is going to be to the left of Bruce out of the shotgun. They're going to give to Sanchez, right side, cuts it back, and he is going to be stopped short of the line to gain. He looks short from here by about half a yard, and it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, that's definitely what the mark is. It is short by about a half yard. Interesting decision by Coach McCartney. I anticipate you got to go for it. You're already down. You're trying to send a message to your team that you're going to be in this game for the entire one. Go for it.
This is your bread and butter as well on a short down situation. Movement before the snap, and it looks like this is going to be a false start on Olathe North. The right guard came out of the stance.
I was bragging about Andrew Dunning earlier in this drive. Unfortunately, there, jumps offside. Tried the hard count to draw Blue Valley North offside. Instead, it drew the Eagles' offensive lineman offsides.
So 4th and a half yard goes to 4th and almost 6 to go here, and the offense remains out on the field. They are on the Mustang side of the 50 near the 46-yard line, but again, they got to get to the 41 to move the chains. Bruce, all alone in the backfield, is going to take the snap, and he's going to pooch punt it. It hits inside the 10, inside the 5, and skips up into the end zone, a touchback. And I think a good decision there for Coach McCartney here, too early.
That's a tough break there for Olathe North because that ball landed and just rolled in the end zone. He thought maybe it would die down there. And, you know, I don't know. I almost think they're in a situation. We know that Blue Valley North is going to score some points, Tim. I just don't know. You get how many more times they're going to get the ball at the 40-yard line with I think you go for it on that instead of punt it. But you know, we'll see if their defense can bow up. They played well on that last drive.
6:10 to go opening quarter. Really good crowd from Blue Valley North made the trip out here to Olathe. Mertz shotgun snap all day to throw. Is going to zip a fastball far side and complete it about 2 yards shy of the first down marker. Amon Massey, his first catch of the ball game.
That was a great throw by Mertz. He had to go to his 3rd option. They tried to go to their bread and butter, which is Cameron Burt on that kind of skinny post seam route, well covered by the Eagles defense. He tried to go to the out route second and then had to go to his 3rd option through Massey. Comes up with a nice catch.
2nd and 2. Empty backfield, 3 left, 2 right for Mertz as he sends a man in motion into the backfield. Now he sends Eric Roberts across the formation. He's going to give it to him on a sweep, trying to get to the edge. He is going to be tripped up after picking up a yard, and here comes 3rd and 1.
Yeah, Eric Roberts is becoming more and more a part of this offense as they try to find a 3rd and 4th of options. So you can't just focus on Burt. You can't just focus on Pesic Hickson. Eric Roberts suddenly becoming more of a threat in this offense. I like how they've gotten him involved. Thrown to him now once and then run that kind of jet sweep to them there. But now another opportunity for this Olathe North defense to get off the field here on 3rd and short.
They run quickly to the line. Mertz is going to quick snap it. He's going to give to Pesic Hickson. Has the first down as he dives forward to the 31-yard line. They needed 1, got 2, and they moved the chains.
And that's the one thing that interestingly, we didn't see a ton of last season with this Blue Valley North. They did not have last season when they made their state championship run, 3rd and short. Graham Burt was throwing the football still. That's the difference that Amari Pesic-Hickson brings to this offense.
So they move the chains. 4:43 and rolling in this opening quarter. 7-0 Blue Valley North with the football. Mertz is going to give to Pesic-Hickson again. Spins off a tackler and crashes down near the 44-yard line. Call it 2.5, maybe 3 yards on the first down give.
I do like how they're getting him more and more involved. He came into the playoffs with 400 yards rushing.
And again, they go quickly to the line. Mertz is going to play fake. He's going to zip it left side, complete it. Coming back to the football is Hendershot. Now a late flag out of the secondary as Hendershot got wrapped down near the 40-yard line, but we'll see what the penalty is.
Wonder if we're going to get a lineman downfield maybe? Or
Blue Valley North is going backwards, so that might be the call. Yeah, sure enough. Ineligible downfield.
And we're seeing that call. It's like the 3rd or 4th time we've seen it called here the last couple of weeks. It must be a very big point of emphasis here coming into the playoffs. And that ball's thrown so quickly out of Mertz's hands, it's really hard to imagine the offensive lineman getting too far down the field. But the line judge was right there and made the call.
So the penalty makes it 2nd and 12 now for Blue Valley North. Got to get out to the 42 for a first down. Mertz, shotgun snap, stepping up in the pocket, rolling right. Mertz is going to unhail a deep ball for Cameron Burt, who's got it across the 35, and he's dropped right there near the 33 of Olathe North.
That is Graham Mertz and Cameron Burt to a T. They've done that probably 1,000 times here in their career, whether it's 7-on-7, felt the pressure, stepped up, slid to the right, and he threw the ball up knowing that Burt was going to come back to it. It wasn't a well-thrown ball, but he knew Burt was going to come back to it. Nice completion there. Big play for the Mustangs.
Burt, not only a reliable receiver, he's got a big frame at 6'4", 200. Shotgun snap. They're going to play fake. With time, Mertz over the middle. It is incomplete. No, intercepted off the tip. Picked off. And making a great play in the secondary. Who was it? I believe it was Stoker.
I think it is Stoker. I think it was Stoker. And that was all Devin Stoker. Graham Mertz tried to force that in there to Eric Roberts, and he was well covered by Stoker. Pumped once, and the second time threw it, and it was a tipped ball, and Stoker came up with another interception. That's his 5th interception of the season. That's just a hell of an individual effort there by Stoker to come up with that ball.
And he did it himself. He tipped it and then went and got his own tip. He played tip drill with himself. First turnover of the game. And Olathe North has got it at their own 14. They're going to give to Sanchez straight up the middle. Running room for Sanchez. Far sideline, 25. 30 trying to make a man miss, and he's wrestled down near the 31-yard line.
Tell you what, we've seen, he did a little high step there at the end. And for you Olathe North fans, you've seen your running backs do that over the eons here for the past 20 years. Their running backs are confident, and they wear their, they wear kind of their being their star running back at Olathe North with a sense of pride. And Sanchez there with a little high step to get those extra yards.
Big gain, and now they're going to keep it on the ground with Sanchez running straight up the middle. He's got a lot of room. Damon Sanchez turning on the burners inside the 20, and he's cut from behind near the 16. Oh, Damon Sanchez trying to take over in the opening quarter.
I tell you what, you don't see that happen too often. Not very many people are going to be able to catch Damon Sanchez in the open field, but what an outstanding. But Sanchez did a great job getting to that second, third level, but what a great job by the offensive line setting up that huge hole over the middle for him to burst through.
2 plays, and they're in the red zone. At the Blue Valley North 16-yard line. They started this drive from their own 14. It's been all Sanchez on this drive. Trying to catch his breath now. Bruce claps his hands, play fake. He's going to zip it near side for Williams. Picks up one block inside the 10, to the 5, dodges a man, and is in the end zone. Elijah Williams, 16 yards through the air, and the Eagles are within an extra point.
That is how Olathe North throws the football. You talked about in pregame, they're not going to throw the ball down the field a whole lot. what they do is they love to get Elijah Williams, all 6 foot, 190 pounds of him. It's set up in situations where he can go one-on-one with a defender and make him miss. Well blocked on the perimeter, well thrown by Arlen Bruce, and the Eagles are right back in this game.
Extra point kick up and through. Elijah Williams, his second touchdown of the year, and we're tied at 7 apiece. 2:35 to go, opening quarter on your ESPN Kansas City Game of the Week. Seven to 7 in a blink of an eye. Olathe North, that touchdown drive, 84 yards in 3 plays. Ball is teed up and an end-over-end kick angled to the near side. It's taken off the 12-yard line to the near hash and getting bottled up near the 27. And here come the Mustangs of Blue Valley North after the Thought-Mossy kick return.
All right, this weekend we're playing scoreboard watching in the Final Four in the state of Kansas and in the most parts of the Missouri State playoffs. A couple of quarterfinals still left to be played in Missouri, but over in the other 6A game, it's Derby 7, Manhattan High 0. Down to the Class 5A playoffs, St. Thomas Aquinas up 21-7 over Olathe West. No real surprise there. Wichita West and Mays 7-7. 6-0 Bishop Miege over Basel Linwood in the Class 4 playoff game.
And here, movement before the first down snap. And it looked like Olathe North came across early, and that is the call. So the Eagles jump, and it's going to be 1st and 5 for Blue Valley North.
Yeah, Coach McCartney not happy with that. Took his head off, walked 5 yards on the field, and was pointing and yelling at the defensive lineman that jumped off sides. Again, you can't afford to give an explosive offense like Blue Valley North too many free yards.
Empty backfield. Mertz is going to zip out to Pesic. Kicks in the left flat. Dodges one man with a great move in the open field, and he's going to get gang tackled near the 34. And, boy, this guy has got some next-level elusiveness.
Oh, no question. There's a reason why Michigan came in and offered him, and suddenly now multiple teams from all over the country are coming and are about to offer him a scholarship. Might be too late, especially if he goes up to Michigan this weekend and falls in love with it. But, boy, oh, boy. He's explosive, and you can see why he's been a huge difference maker here for this Mustang offense.
2nd and 2. They give him 3 yards on that 1st and 5 play after the penalty. Empty backfield again for Mertz. 3 right, 2 left. Short drop. Has all day to throw. Deep over the middle for Roberts. He overshot him. Well, that was nearly another pick.
Yeah,
There's a safety in the area.
And it was, again, Stoker there in coming over from his safety spot, and Mertz trying to almost force that just a little bit in there too much for Roberts. That's 2 bad throws in a row by him.
The speed for Stoker's, it's been impressive in this opening quarter, man. He's got some very good recovery speed. He was the backside safety on that throw.
On the far side, and he made that way all the way over to the opposite side of the field to break on that ball.
3rd and 2, they sprint to the line. We might have another quick snap here. Mertz will take the quick snap. He's going to run left. It's a keeper. He's got the first down as he plunges forward near the 41-yard line, and he just got down there wisely as they move the chains.
Yeah, he's not much of a rusher, only 42 yards rushing. However, again, we saw this last year in the playoffs. When it came time to make a big short yardage gain, they decided to put Graham Mertz into the running tack, and that's exactly what they did there to get the conversion.
They spot the ball just shy of the 43-yard line. 1:25 to go in this opening quarter. 7-7 game in your 6A semifinal from the Olathe District Activity Center. Mertz is going to toss to Pesic-Hickson, left side, looking for blocking, doesn't set up, trying to reverse field, dodges one man, and he gets wrestled down 2 yards deep in the backfield.
Yeah, this Olathe North defense showcasing its speed and ability to rally to the football right there. Can't cut back too many times and go against the grain because they're so quick. If you're gonna make cuts, it needs to be cuts up the field like he did on that early touchdown drive. You can't try to run to the opposite side of the field against this Olathe North defense. They're too quick.
They run quickly to the line. A loss of 2 on first down. It's 2nd and 12. Mertz hard count, checks the sideline. We're inside 40 seconds. Play clock down inside 6. This clock getting all the way down. They snap it with 3. They're going to throw an out route near side to Roberts. Dodges one to midfield, and he's wrestled down right there. They're going to be about 3 yards shy of the first down marker as we roll inside 20 seconds.
Now, usually third and intermediate is Cameron Burt territory. Mertz loves to go to his security blanket in these types of situations.
Let's see if they snap the ball. We're inside 10 seconds as they line up 2 left, 2 right on a 3rd and 3 play. Mertz is going to snap it. He's going to play fake. He's going to throw to Burt on the out route. He completes it right at the sticks. They're going to move the chains, a first down to end the first quarter. 7-7 after 1. Pesic-Hickson a rushing touchdown. Elijah Williams caught a touchdown on the other side for Olathe North, and we're all knotted up after 1 quarter of your 6A semifinal game on ESPN Kansas City.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
We can see.
Welcome back to Olathe, where the 3-seed Olathe North Eagles are in a tie ball game with the 5-seed, the Mustangs of Blue Valley North. Blue Valley North has the ball in Eagle territory at the 46 as we start quarter number 2. It'll be Mertz with a play fake. Opening up, wanting to throw deep down the middle for Eric Roberts. Has him in stride inside the 10, and he's wrestled down short of the 8-yard line. Big play to open quarter 2.
Tremendous route by Eric Roberts. Tremendous blocking by the offensive line. Even better throw by Graham Mertz. That was a big league throw right there, showcasing his cannon of an arm right on the money to your receiver.
And they love going to those slot guys, running those posts and those seam routes down the middle. Mertz, shotgun snap in an empty backfield, has all day to throw, throws a seam route, or excuse me, a drag route that's incomplete, too strong, and out ahead of Amonth Mossy. Second and goal.
Yeah, even that play, that was right on the money. Tomasi probably should have come up with that football, just maybe a fraction out ahead of him. If he catches that, he goes into the end zone for a touchdown.
Second and goal off the 7-yard line in the tie game. Just underway in this second quarter, 11:39 to go till halftime of your 6A semifinal round. Amari Pesic-Hickson is going to be the tailback in the formation. 4 receivers bunched to either side. Man goes in motion. They're going to give. No, it's going to be a fake as Mertz pulls it out, goes out the back door, and he's across the 5 near the 4-yard line. Yeah. A lot of window dressing for that one.
A lot of window dressing and a little bit of confusion. The timing wasn't quite right, and that allowed the Olathe North defense to rally enough to the football and be there for Graham Mertz when he pulled it and went off tackle here. But again, this 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2.5 type situation. It's so tough to figure out what they're going to do because they can both run it and throw it very effectively in these types of situations.
Playbook's open on a 3rd and goal. They're going to crash into each other. Pesek-Hickson is going to take it away from Mertz, and he's going to get stood up at the line of scrimmage, and more confusion on the exchange.
Yeah, almost just trying to do too much there. That just shows you how much more comfortable they are throwing the football than they are running the football. And they only rushed for 90 yards a game. And no surprise at all. Blue Valley North keeps their offense on the field, and the Olathe North crowd is loud right now.
This home side on their feet from Olathe North. 3 left, 1 right. Mertz is going to run left. The keeper is going to be stopped short of the goal line. The Eagles with a goal line stand are going to get the football back.
Outstanding penetration by Braden Reisner, the nose guard. Blew the play up, and then guess what? 4 or 5 blue jerseys rallied to the football. Just uncharacteristic execution inside the red zone, inside the touchdown zone for this Blue Valley North offense. You just don't see that happen to them. I haven't seen it happen to them much in the last couple of years. Great job by the Eagles defense.
A giant stand for this Eagle defense, and they're going to take over on their own 1-yard line. 10:20 to go till halftime. It'll be Arlen Bruce who's going to open up in the pistol set. Sanchez behind him. They're going to turn and give to Sanchez. Left side as he dives forward near the 4-yard line. 2 or 3 yards, but he gets them away from that goal line, and now there is a Mustang down near the 3.
Trying to see who that is. He's laying on his back. Unfortunately, it's hard to identify.
It was right near where the scrum was, near the line of scrimmage. And, yeah, we just don't have a number for you as he's laying down out here at the ODAC in Olathe in a 7-7 game in the second quarter of your 6A semifinals. But, again, it's semifinal weekend all over Kansas, 5A, 4A, big games in the Kansas City area.
Yeah, let's get you an 810 varsity scoreboard. Don't forget to log on to 810 varsity for scores all over the state of Kansas here in the Class 5A semifinal up the road in Aquinas. It's Aquinas 27, Olathe West 7. No real surprise there. Down in Wichita Northwest 7, Mays 7. In the 4A playoffs, EH 14, Baser Linwood nothing, and then the other 4A playoff game between McPherson and Goddard knotted up at 7-7, and still 7-0 Derby over Manhattan High in the other 6A semifinal.
So the injured Mustang is helped off the field, and here comes 2nd and 7. Bruce, play fake, is going to keep it straight up the middle as he moves the pile forward near the 9-yard line. It's going to set up a 3rd and 3 play for the Eagles.
It's a big play right here for Olathe North. If you want to keep the momentum, you've got to convert on these 3rd and short situations.
7-7, our score, 9:42 to go second quarter. Olathe North backed up, trying to convert and move the chains here on a 3rd and 3 deep in their own territory. Bruce out of the pistol, claps his hands, turns, gives to Sanchez. He is going to get blown up in the back of the 5-yard line. The Mustangs with a big push up the middle, and Olathe North is going to have to punt the football.
We haven't called his name much, honestly, all season long, but Brock Anderson, the nose tackle, the junior nose tackle, makes the play of his season by blowing up that 3rd and short situation. He was unblockable, blew through right guard Andrew Dunning to get the big tackle for a loss.
So Olathe North has a goal line stand, and then Blue Valley North forces a 3-and-out right back. This is a short kick off the side of the foot, hits at the 25, takes an Olathe North hop across the 35. It's going to be down near the 36. Not a great punt. And Blue Valley North has got great field position. 8:50 to go till halftime.
Yeah, Arlen Bruce not happy with that, especially you just can't continue to give Blue Valley North just absolutely great field position. There is one Missouri game. Most of the Missouri games are tomorrow, but there is one game going off in the Kansas Class 4 playoffs. Smithville is at home. They're up 10-0 over Warrensburg, and if they can get that get all the way to a state championship game, they're in the quarterfinals over there in Class 4. They get to the state championship, that would be just a great story. Nobody gave them a shot at all coming into this playoffs.
So here comes Mertz, empty backfield. They only send 3 at him. He's got time. Down the middle, too high for Eric Roberts, and it's 2nd and 10.
One thing that certainly noticing, they are doing everything they can to keep Cameron Burt from touching the football, rolling 2 guys his way. And that's forcing him to go to his second, even third option. His third option a lot of times has been Eric Roberts, and Roberts was open there. Unfortunately, Mertz didn't complete the mechanics and was high on the throw.
Mertz has had all day to throw back there. You surprised they're not sending more pressure?
Yes. They're trying, but it's just not getting there.
Short drop, stepping up in the pocket is Mertz. He is going to throw off his back foot. He is going to complete it on the sideline near the 11. Cameron Burt making a grab right before going out of bounds.
All right, Tim, that was a hell of a play right there by both Burt to get wide open, but Graham Mertz to step out of the pocket and then throw it off his back foot, like you said, and still have the arm strength to get it right where it needed to be to Cameron Burt. That's just outstanding. That's next level stuff right there.
Great throw on the run, and to the 11 of Olathe North go the Mustangs of Blue Valley North. 3 right, 1 left. Pessa kicks in the tailback to the right of Mertz. Claps his hands, takes a shotgun snap. He's going to unload a ball right pylon. It is incomplete. Off the hands of his intended target, and it's 2nd down. They were looking for Roberts again.
Yeah, and he was open, and he threw that right to where only he could go up and get it, but Solomon Wabamba did a nice job of just getting his hands up enough to kind of get in the eyes of Eric Roberts and forcing the incompletion. But tell you what, I like that play call. I like how you throw it up to where only your receiver is going to either come up with it or it's going to be an incomplete pass.
They can pick up a 1st down inside the 2-yard line. Play clock inside 10. They just now break the huddle. Pessa Hickson is the lone receiver to the right side. They're going to send Thopmasi into the backfield. Mertz, short drop, stepping up in the pocket. Mertz wants to run as he gets pinballed down near the 6-yard line. Picks up 5 yards on the scramble, and it's 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Tim, you asked me just a couple plays ago. You're surprised they're not burning pressure. Well, right now their defensive backs are doing a hell of a job. They're dropping 8 on many of these plays, sometimes even 9. We've seen the defensive ends drop back. They've done an outstanding job keeping locked on to these receivers.
Empty backfield again on a 3rd and 5 play. Movement before the snap, flags fly, and it looked like Olathe North jumped again.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Matt Martin, one of their senior leaders. Golly, that's just got to eat Coach McCartney up because he is one of their leaders, and he jumps offside there.
Half the distance penalty. So it'll, 3rd and about, long 2 or a short 3. Either way, they still got to get down to the 1-yard line. Near the 4-yard line is where they place the football.
And last time we were in this situation, Blue Valley North kind of went against the grain, and it really struggled. Came back to bite them in the butt. A couple plays where they ran the ball just did not look good. So they instead put it on the right arm of Graham Mertz here in this 3rd and 3.
Yeah, last drive they called that read option twice down here, and it was a mess both times they called it, and then Mertz ran it on a 4th down and came up short. Here's a 3rd and 3 play. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Pessa Hickson in the backfield. They're going to give it to him straight up the middle. Dodges one, plunges forward. He's near the 1-yard line, lost the football. They're going to say he was down, and now where do they spot this ball?
I think he's got the 1st down, but I think he obviously short of the end zone.
This is a tough spot. They're going to have to measure. It is. No, they say 4th down. They don't even measure it.
They didn't even measure. I thought he had got it when he stretched the ball out.
So 4th and half a yard.
Woo. Here we go.
Near the 2-yard line, and Olathe North can come up with a giant stop here again. And now whistles, and Andy Sims wants a timeout, and maybe he's going to ask for a measurement because this is, again, it's a tight spot.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't measure.
I'm surprised by the spot, to be very honest. I thought with Pessa Hickson stretching out, maybe that he got it, and as we saw, the ball almost was at the goal line, and it landed on the ground. And the ground can't cause a fumble, but maybe they thought his knee was down before he stretched out. I mean, we're not at field levels as the side judge and the back judge are. That being said, critical play here. I got to imagine you line up and just plow Graham Mertz, all 6'4", 205 pounds of him behind your offensive line, and we'll see what kind of push this Eagles defensive line can get here.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that's the obvious play call. I mean, this has been kind of their fourth and short bread and butter since last year's state championship run. We saw it so much last year throughout the playoffs especially.
And we also have seen him get up under center for these types of plays.
Yes.
You know I'm a big fan. I love that. And it frustrates me so much when we see teams line up in the shotgun on fourth and short. But we'll see what happens. Maybe they line up out of the shotgun and try to trick Olathe North.
You might blow a gasket if they try to run this out of the shotgun here.
Here they are.
They will go out of the shotgun. Mertz with a hard count checks the sideline. Pessa kicks him to his right. 3 receivers in a bunch to the right side just outside the tackle box. There's also 1 receiver bunched in tight to the tackle on the left side. Play clock's inside 6. Still getting the play call in, and now they'll take a timeout.
Wow.
I think window dressing. I think they were just trying to get Olathe North to jump.
I think you're right on the money on that here. But now what do you line up and run here?
You got to go under center, right?
You have to, right? I mean, you have to go under center with your big guy. Your offensive line's blocked well all season long, all game long. The only thing that things that happens if you line up in the shotgun or in that pistol, you allow the quickness, the speed that this Olathe North defense has to maybe shoot a gap and make a play. I got to line my big senior quarterback, 6'4", again, 205 pounds, and let him run it right off the nose guard or center's butt and get just not even a full yard is needed here.
7:15 to go till halftime. 7-7 game. Blue Valley North knocking on the door. They scored on their opening drive. It took them 30 seconds to score on their opening drive. They've been shut out since then.
And Olathe North has brought their big guys in. Jay Zarlingo, 6'3", 290-pounder, is now in at nose tackle.
All the bigs are out there for Olathe North. Blue Valley North, they're going to sprint to the line. Mertz goes under center. Takes a snap, goes straight up the middle. He stood up, still pushing the pile forward. They are going to whistle him down short of the goal line, but we'll see where the spot is. Olathe North celebrating like they stopped him.
Now, Mertz almost got into the end zone there. I mean,
there's no way they stopped him.
Yeah.
The ball's right short of the goal line.
I think maybe some of the North defenders thought it was 4th and goal.
Yeah, 4 of those defenders came sprinting off the field. It is a first down.
Oh, and there's 2 Olathe North coaches on the field. They're not happy with the spot, but I think the spot's right on the money. They got a big push there.
I think there were a lot of people confused. They thought it was a goal-to-go situation. It was not. Now it's a 1st and goal. Just outside of the goal line. They're going to sprint to the line. Same formation. Mertz takes the snap. Plunges over the end zone. He is in. Graham Mertz, the plunge off the goal line. There's the signal. He gets in from about half a yard away. And now flags fly late. And this is going to be something, obviously, well after the whistle. As Mertz just stood up with that 6'4" frame of his and just extended the ball over the end zone.
Yep, that's, how refreshing that is to see, Tim. I mean, Olathe North ran into that situation earlier this season against Shawnee Mission East. They were down here on the opposite goal line in that game that they lost to Shawnee Mission East during the regular season. They were 4th in inches, and they lined up in the pistol formation, and Bruce was not able to get back even to the line of scrimmage because of the penetration from the quick Shawnee Mission East defensive line. If you got a big, you're 4th in inches, you just got to go for it.
Yeah. It was a personal foul, by the way, on Olathe North after the touchdown. That'll be assessed on the kickoff. Extra point. Hold kick is off the left upright, no good. And it stays a 13-7 ball game. But Graham Mertz, he's got a rushing touchdown, and Blue Valley North back on the high side, 13-7 on your your ESPN Kansas City high school football game of the week.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
the end zone on the ground for the 4th time this year. A combined 48 touchdowns for Graham Mertz. And remember, there was an unsportsmanlike conduct call after the touchdown. And so Blue Valley North has got this one teed up at the Eagle 45-yard line. And you would imagine a touchback should be pretty automatic for Spencer Springer.
Especially, it's important because don't forget, Olathe North has their 2 best offensive players back there as returners.
Yeah. And this kick, is going to be hammered through the uprights in about 20 yards.
Just
out of the back of the end zone.
Do not give those guys an opportunity to touch the ball. Speaking of getting into the end zone, that's Aquinas is doing a lot of that here tonight, which is really no surprise. They put up 34 points in the first quarter. They're now up 40-7 over Olathe West in the Class 5A semifinal. They're going to either play Wichita Northwest or Maize. Wichita Northwest is up 14-7. Folks here are probably interested in what's going on in the other Class 6A semifinal. Derby's up 10-0 over Manhattan High. Manhattan High's done a great job this season. Maize is up 21-0 over Baser Linwood in the Class 4A semifinal.
Here comes Arlen Bruce and company with a play fake. Bruce wants to throw. He's going to air this one out deep near side for Stoker. Has him across the 45, and then the ball comes out at the end. Incomplete. He had it, but then the ball pops the ball out of Stoker's hands, and it's second down.
That's just too bad because they had that play, and Stoker looked like he was going to come down with an incredible catch. Arlen Bruce showed off his arm right there because that was a heck of a throw. He threw that from about the 12 all the way out to the other 48-yard line. That was an amazing throw right to where only his receiver could catch it, and Stoker just not able to come up with the over-the-shoulder catch.
Second down. Off the 20, they're going to give to Sanchez running left side, moving the pile across the 25 near the 27. You're talking about those playoff scores in 5A, and I know you saw Wichita Northwest dropped 84 last week.
That was amazing last week. We were refreshing it, and every single time we would refresh it, not just one touchdown would be scored, there would be two or three. By the way, that game didn't get over until about 10:50 last Friday night.
Unbelievable. They were taking on Bishop Carroll in that one. Bishop Carroll almost hit 70 points. They ended with 67 in the loss. 3rd and 2, they're going to give to Sanchez on a counter. He's got the first down as he's wrestled down near the 33-yard line on a gain of 5.
Now, this is an important drive for Olathe North. Keep the ball out of Graham Mertz's hand. Run the football, be effective. Chew up some of this clock, but get the momentum back in your side.
13-7, 6:04 and rolling till halftime. Blue Valley North, a 6-point lead over the 3-seed Olathe North. Bruce out of the shotgun is going to zip a screen to the near side for Stoker. Picks up one block as he is hammered shy of the 40-yard line. He pops right back up, but he took a shot.
Danny Nam has played receiver, running back, safety now, cornerback for this team. He's the MVP of this defense. He just comes up and does a lot of really, really good things. And right there, that was a shot.
They gave him 6 yards.
They'll feel that one tomorrow.
Yeah. But again, he's a tough kid. He popped right back up. 2nd and 4 play. Bruce is going to keep it straight up the middle. He is going to lower the shoulder, and he's going to get met at the 45-yard line, but not before 5 yards and a first down.
Nice job. Again, this offensive line is getting a nice push against this Blue Valley North defense. And the Blue Valley North defense has been a very bend but don't break defense all season long. They've had points scored against them. It's just their offense has been so explosive that they can, kind of like the Chiefs, just give up some points but still know that they're in a good situation and probably going to win a lot of games.
Sanchez the give straight up the middle. He's got a lot of room. Damon Sanchez across the 35. Sanchez stays on his feet, and he's just tripped up near the 32-yard line. Boy, he nearly kept his footing, and if he did, he's probably gone.
Nick Detmer just barely got enough on him to get him down. Just, again, right over center. That Mario Snyder, the center, is just blowing open holes. There's a lot of running room right there, right over the middle, all game long.
To the Mustang 32-yard line go the Eagles of Olathe North, 9-2 this season. This week, the 7th-ranked team in the HNVarsity.com Top 25 poll. 2 receivers to the right side. Bruce is going to play fake. He's going to unload a deep ball for Williams in stride, who is going to walk into the end zone. Elijah Williams, his 2nd touchdown catch of the game. Arlen Bruce has got Olathe North in a tie game now.
They ran the hitch screen 2 or 3 times so far this game, and Elijah Williams has been blocking on those plays. They fake the screen again, and Elijah Williams just sneaks out. And he was wide open.
Extra point good, and the Eagles lead 14-13 on your ESPN Kansas City High School football game of the week.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit Briar Payne Mead Insurance in Kansas City today at bpminsurance.com or call 913-402-9576. That's 913-402-9576 and ask about Auto Owners Insurance today.
Boy, let's talk about the difference in a week. Arlen Bruce had 2 completions last week. He's got 2 touchdown passes today. This is a line drive kick into no man's land. Thought Mossy picks it up at the 14-yard line, heads up the near hash, and he pinballs off one and gets wrestled down near the 22-yard line. And here comes Blue Valley North now in a 1-point hole.
Well, we were talking in break just how funny this game has been. Coming in, we were talking about how great Arlen Bruce was on the ground. And guess what? He's got 2 touchdown passes.
Yeah.
And another flip side, we talked about how this amazing air attack from Blue Valley North has been all season long. Guess what? They've got 2 touchdown runs. So both teams are going deep into the playbook here tonight to get to the Class 6A state championship game. This is going to be a fun finish. We're 4:28 left. It's going to be fun to see what happens here in this rest of this game.
Empty backfield is how they will start this drive. Mertz a rushing touchdown on the previous drive. They missed the extra point kick. He's going to throw an out route to Pesic Hickson, far side, dragging a man across the 30-yard line, and he's chopped down near the 35, 12 yards through the air.
Yeah, I like how they continue to find creative ways to get the ball into Pesic Hickson's hands. He's only averaging 16 yards of reception, and you see only, and you can see right there why, because that quick out, wide open, but then has that explosive speed to get up the field in a blink of an eye.
Again, the guy was a basketball recruit prior to August.
And
he has exploded onto the scene. Michigan offered him a few weeks ago. Out of the empty set, they're going to throw a hitch route over the middle to Roberts, who has got 10 yards and a first down out to the 46.
I tell you what, Tim, for people listening at home in their cars, they just can't realize how amazing of a throw that was from Graham Mertz. That got from point A to point B in a blink of an eye. Wow.
They stick with that empty formation. This time 3 left and 2 right. Pesic Hickson the slot to the right side. 4 down linemen for Olathe North. They rush 4 of those guys. Mertz is going to fire an out route for Pesic Hickson again as he is hammered in the hip at the 49-yard line in Eagle territory, 5 yards.
And we've also seen Blue Valley North here kind of step up the tempo on this drive, trying to kind of take the momentum back and doing what they do well. We haven't seen that much in their games this season. They've been more methodical than what we saw last season when they were just tempo, tempo, tempo every single game.
Inside 3.5 to go till halftime. 14-13 Olathe North, a 1-point advantage. Again, no backfield or no man in the backfield for Mertz. They only send 4 at him. He steps up in the pocket, deep down the seam. It is hauled in across the 20-yard line. What a grab! Sean Hendershot reels it in.
Takeaway play option 1, 2, 3. We'll go to number 4, Sean Hendershot, who is, he's only got 37 receptions this season, only averaging 11 yards a catch. Right there, what a major league throw by Graham Mertz, stepping up into the pocket and hitting Hendershot only where he could go up and get the football.
3 left, 1 right. Pesic Hickson now back into the backfield. First time they've had a tailback in the formation. That was a great catch by Hendershot, too.
Oh, great catch.
Mertz with a play fake. Stepping up in the pocket, Mertz is going to run, following Pesek Hickson as he charges down to the 13. How about Pesek Hickson as a lead blocker?
I tell you what, Pesek Hickson's not afraid of contact. I like what we're seeing for Graham Mertz, too. He's not afraid of contact either. Wearing that big brace on his left knee where he got banged up earlier this season. Still, he threw down the defensive back on that play trying to tackle him.
2nd and 3, high snap, bobbled. Mertz picks it back up, wants to run. He is going to roll left and get hammered back at the 20-yard line. There was no hope on that play after the bobbled snap. Blue Valley North, boy, they let those rushers go in an instant. They may have been trying to set up a screen, but that was a botched play.
And it didn't look good from the beginning at all. Like you said, Tim, the snap was off. I think it was a little bit high for Mertz, and then Pesek Hickson was right there. We've seen that a couple times where they've kind of met in the backfield. They're trying to run that run-pass option look. I would avoid that look, because it's not worked all night long.
They lose 8 yards, and they go from 2nd and 3 to 3rd and 11. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. It's Pesek Hickson to the left side. Man goes in motion that stopped Mossy into the backfield. Mertz with time, running out of time, fires for the end zone. It is hauled in on the back line. Guess who? Cameron Burt, his 20th touchdown catch of the year.
How many times have we seen that over the last 2 years? Cameron Burt to Graham Mertz. Mertz takes one little step to his left to avoid the blitz and puts it on the money. Burt running a great route to get over the middle on the post. Defensive back couldn't stop him. Safety rolled over to the other side to kind of watch Pesek Hickson, and Blue Valley North is in the end zone again.
And now 3 touchdowns shy of tying the all-time receiving touchdown record in the state of Kansas is Cameron Burt. The offense stays out there. They're going to go for 2 to make it a 7-point game. It's 19-14. Empty backfield. 2 bunched left, 3 bunched to the right. Short drop. Mertz has time. Stepping up in the pocket. Throws over the middle and wide open underneath. Cameron Burt again ran a drag route. Nobody saw him. And the 2-point conversion has made it a 7-point game. 21-14. Mustangs on top of the Eagles on your ESPN Kansas City High School Game of the Week.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America. We can see.
(21-14). Graham Mertz has a touchdown on the ground and now a touchdown through the air after that last one to Cameron Burt, and it's a 7-point Mustang lead. They didn't trail for long, and again they got the 2-point conversion. It's 21-14. Sanchez back deep for Olathe North, and this is going to be a pooch kick to the far side of the field. It is going to be fielded by the up man, and now whistles blow this one dead. And I think Blue Valley North may have come across the line before that ball got kicked.
Just a little bit of a head start, especially when you look and you see Arlen Bruce and Damon Sanchez back there as the returners for Olathe North. They probably a little bit of an adjustment here that we've seen. Elijah Williams is now also back there. So they've got their 3 best offensive players back there, and they're scooching up even closer. They're full-on expecting more of these pooch punts. Problem is, if you pooch it too much and let Bruce and Sanchez get it, you're going to give up even better field position. Punt this one long.
Sanchez has 2 kick return touchdowns this year. And they're going to kick this one his direction to the near side. It is actually going to be taken by the up man near the 25 to the 30, and he's pushed it out of bounds near the 34-yard line, and then a little extracurricular contact on the sideline. I didn't see a flag. It was Joseph Rudolph who took the kick for the Eagles. Again, no flag, and here comes that offense.
Yeah, I think they kind of all just got tangled up there. I don't think there was ill intent. I know we're over here by the Olathe North coaches box, and they certainly thought there was some ill intent there, but I think that Desau McCullough, who is the freshman kickoff special teamer there, just got tangled up.
Who has 4 D1 offers, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
As a freshman. I know we haven't talked a lot about him, but again, he doesn't even start on this defense.
That's how crazy that is.
But again, 6'4", 200. They're projecting him to be a DB. We'll talk more about him later. They're going to open up in the air to Stoker. Left side, making one-man miss. He's got a first down on a gain of 12 through the air out to the 47.
I just, every time I see Arlen Bruce throw the football, I get more and more impressed, and I get more and more convinced that he's going to be a college-level quarterback for somebody.
Sanchez to the left side. Stoker and Williams to the right. They're going to fire it out to Stoker, right side. Picks up a block from Williams across midfield into Blue Valley North territory. Bumped out of bounds near the 44. That's 10 more, and that should move the chains again.
That's just too easy. Too easy. If you're Olathe North, you cannot let, if you're Blue Valley North, you just can't let those little hitches. You're so worried about maybe a long play with just a minute left in this half here, but golly, they're eating him up on those plays.
Still waiting for the spot. I thought he had the first down.
Yeah, I think they're going to bring the.
Yeah, they're going to measure
all the
poor
way.
chain crew. It's going to come all the way across the field.
Well, let's get you some score updates while we're at it. It's now 24-0. Derby over Manhattan High in the other 6A semifinal. No real surprise there. Derby, #1 team in the state, has been #1 team in the state for much of the season. The winner of this game will most certainly play them. The other 5A semifinal. Aquinas now up 47-7 over Olathe West. Sorry, Owl fans that were giving me grief on Twitter, saying that they didn't have a chance. It's hard. It's hard to explain how good Aquinas is unless you've seen them in person, and certainly the Owl fans are now learning a little bit about how good they are. Now, interesting score. Mays has now gone up over Wichita Northwest 21-17. We'll give you the Bishop Miege score here in just a second from the Class 4A1 playoffs.
And Derby is the team that Blue Valley North beat in the state championship last year. They do move the chains, by the way. They're going to it's going to be a fake, as keeping the ball is Arlen Bruce as he spun forward for a gain of 7. Derby has been in the last 4 state title games in 6A. And again, Blue Valley North knocked them off 49-42 in last year's state championship. Could set up a rematch if these results hold the way they are now.
I think if you're just being completely neutral here and thinking of which Kansas City team has the weapons, firepower to beat Derby, you have to think it's Blue Valley North. I don't like the matchup of Olathe North versus Derby, because Derby is so good at stopping the run. They're the best in the state at stopping the run, and we've seen Graham Mertz go throw the football very effectively against that Derby team last season. So Class 4A playoff game, and an update from over in Leavenworth County. Bishop Miege, no real surprise, they're up 27-0 over Basel Linwood, and then down in McPherson, it's McPherson 7, Goddard 7. So we'll see which team advances on to play Bishop Miege, and some fun. Still some mystery left in the other 5A semifinal, but not a lot of mystery left in one of the other 6A finals, and then the other 5A final with Aquinas.
2nd and 4 after the timeout. Bruce is going to throw right side for Elijah Williams, who has the first down as he extends the ball forward as he gets out of bounds near the 30-yard line.
I am just so surprised that they're giving Elijah Williams so much cushion. Marco Collins is a very good cornerback, but they continue to give him 7-8 yards of cushion on every single play. And they're just going to pick him apart underneath, especially since they've got 2 timeouts left.
55 seconds, and now you only got to go 30 yards if you want to try to tie this game before you go into the locker room. Bruce, pistol snap, wants to throw, trying to set up the pump and go, getting chased from behind, scrambling near side. He is going to get pushed out of bounds near the 33-yard line, loss at 3, and that's a play where Bruce has just got to get rid of it.
Yep, got to get rid of it. Throw it to your mom in the stands. Reed Spockman, we've called his name a couple times here tonight. the junior defensive tackle / defensive end, did a nice job beating right tackle Jacob Dice.
Double-digit sacks now. If they give that one to Spockman, which they should, we'll give him 10 sacks on the year. 4 receivers in the formation for the Eagles, 3 left and 1 right. That's Elijah Williams, who's got 2 touchdowns in this first half, alone to the right side. And again, Damon Sanchez is the tailback behind Bruce. 49 seconds to go. Here's the snap. Bruce unhooks one for the end zone. It is hauled in! A touchdown for Olathe North! And again within an extra point. That time it was Devin Stoker from 30 away.
Just an outstanding throw by Arlen Bruce. Put it up and over the shoulder where only his receiver could go get the football. Devin Stoker having himself a heck of a game with an interception and now a touchdown catch. Wow.
That's his 6th touchdown catch of the year. And the extra point kick is up and through. We're knotted again at 21. Back and forth they go in the semifinal round on ESPN Kansas City.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America. We can see.
.43 seconds to go in this track meet of a first half where Arlen Bruce has thrown 3 touchdowns. 21-21. Ball teed up at the 40-yard line. And another pooch kick to the near side is going to be taken by Pesic Hickson near the 25-yard line. Eric Roberts, who skips past 1 and gets out to the 34-yard line. And here comes Blue Valley North, and you just said it before we went into break there. Too much time?
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. We'll see how aggressive Blue Valley North decides to go. I think it's going to be predicated on what happens on this first down play. Usually you see coaches, if they get a big play on first down, suddenly then step up the tempo and try to score. But if it's an incomplete pass or a sack or something like that, then you just eat it and go into halftime.
39 seconds and 1 timeout to use for Andy Sims.
Speaking of a track meet, it is now 54-7. St. Thomas Aquinas over Olathe West.
So here comes Blue Valley North. Mertz will be alone in the backfield. The future Badger has 3 to the right, 2 to the left, and now he takes his last time out. They ran onto the field inside 7 to go on the play clock. That play clock was at 1, and Mertz had to take the timeout.
I almost wonder if you just eat the 5 yards there and save the timeout. That's
tough
kind of
with
right
you
there. That's tough. I mean, it's your natural reaction to look up at the play clock at 1 and call a timeout, but
on the other side of that coin, what's going on that you're not sending your team onto the field until the play clock's inside 10?
Well, both teams honestly weren't really out there until well late into the play clock. So obviously they were not, both teams didn't really anticipate the clock to be set as quickly as what it was.
At the same time, though, we know Andy Sims, and there's no way that he's taken that much time to just give them one play call. They probably have the entire drive mapped out as they run onto the field here without timeouts now after burning their final one just moments ago. Here they are, 2 right, 1 left. Out of the timeout, Mertz back to pass. All day, rainbow deep right side for Burt. Over the shoulder and incomplete. A deep corner out to the far side.
You're going to see something. We just saw something that does hardly ever happen.
Yeah.
Cameron Burt dropped the ball.
Yes.
Because
that was there.
That was there, and it was put where only Cameron Burt could catch the football. That was amazing throw by Graham Mertz to throw it from his own about 28-yard line all the way over to the other side. From left hash over to the right hash, it was about the 33-yard line. Just what a throw, unfortunately, for the Mustangs. Incomplete pass.
So here we go, 2nd and 10, down to 32 seconds. Mertz is going to roll right on the snap. Mertz is going to fire a deep out route complete to Roberts, who skids past one and runs out of bounds near the 40-yard line of Olathe North.
Now they're cooking.
There was a chunk play, 25 seconds with the clock stopped as Roberts got out of bounds.
I love that play call. Love how you roll the quarterback, no pressure at all. You run the receiver on an out route, a deep out route, and he gets the first down. But most importantly, he gets out of bounds. Eric Roberts is having a heck of a game, Tim.
Worst case scenario, this is well within Hail Mary range right now. But they obviously want a better shot than that. Mertz is going to sprint out left this time. He's going to fire an out route, and it is off the hands and incomplete. They ran the same play to the other side, but Eric Roberts couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, it hit him a little bit low, kind of in the hip, but if you ask him, he probably should have come up with that reception.
Any receiver will tell you that's a ball that should be caught.
Yeah.
That's a tough throw, obviously going to the left, going to the opposite side if you're Mertz. That's a tough throw to make on the run, but yeah, it was still there. 20 seconds now. That eats 5 seconds on the incompletion. 2nd and 10 off the Olathe North 40. Mertz is going to roll left again in movement before the snap and a false start. I think it was on Sean Hendershot, or excuse me, Pesic Hickson, who was lined up wide to the right.
Hickson, they've lined him up outside every single play on this drive, and he just got just a fraction of a second early.
Anticipating the snap.
Maybe wonder if they were going to try to go deep to him with his speed.
They actually ran a second off the clock. And they put the second back on the clock. But they do lose 5 yards on the false start. If you're wondering, Mertz can still flip it into the end zone from here, no problem. Takes the snap off midfield. He's going to sprint to the left side again. He is going to unload this ball on a deep out, complete it across the 30-yard line. Diving out of bounds is Roberts again, shy of the 25.
Ending throw, even better catch. Great catch. That makes up for Roberts making the drop on the previous play. That was a heck of a catch because the defensive back got in the way.
Yeah.
Wow, Eric Roberts is having a heck of a game, Tim.
They have thrown at him 3 times now on the last 3 plays, actually. All to Eric Roberts. Now off the 25, Olathe North, 13 seconds. Mertz, a sprint out to the right side. Well, again, for that deep out, fires for Roberts, and he left it too strong. Boy, 4 straight plays, they ran that deep out route. It's like a 15, 20-yard out route to Roberts. Olathe North just can't cover it.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Don't know if you saw who was covering him, though, on that play. Arlen Bruce is now in at defensive back, lined up man-to-man with Eric Roberts. They're speed on speed.
And they got a lot of two-way players. We haven't really touched on it, but they've got a lot of two-way players, especially at the skill positions. Going to have to keep an eye on that as we get later on in this game. Again, how much gas will they have left in the tank? 2nd and 10, only 8 seconds. And again, no timeouts. Maybe is this a shot to the end zone?
I think
Chris McCartney may think it is as he takes a timeout.
No, I think it is. It's throw the ball into the end zone time if you're Blue Valley North here because you just don't have enough time to. Without timeouts, you just got to maybe take a couple shots here or try to get a couple shots into the end zone.
Because even if you pick up 12 yards and you're tackled in bounds, well, that's already you're probably down to 3. They briefly stop the clock. Maybe you get a spike off, but again, that's a big roll of the dice here.
Yeah, I'm with my quarterback having the arm that he has. I'm throwing this into the end zone on this play, and I'm going to my 6'3", 200-pounder, or trying to see if you can find a way to get Eric Roberts deep on a deep out route from the 25-yard line.
And if you're at home thinking, well, why the heck wouldn't they try a field goal? It's because Spencer Springer has a long this season of 27 yards.
And he has missed a PAT
here
tonight. And, it's not the most ideal conditions. The wind it's not as bad as what we had last week at Aquinas, but it is certainly a factor, and it's blowing from, it looks like it's blowing from also out of the southeast back to the west, so it's going to have some impact on any kick that gets up into the air tonight.
I mean, we won't rule it out. Maybe they'll surprise us and run him out here if this is incomplete, but it would indicate to us that they're not going to. The empty backfield. Mertz is going to throw it into the flat right side. It's going to be a throwback. Hendershot wants to throw. He will for the end zone. Jump ball pulled in by Roberts inside the 5. He's dropped inside the 2. Play clock reads 0. We're at halftime. And boy, 2 yards within a 7-point swing for Blue Valley North going into the locker room instead. Olathe North, great job staying at home on the back end. End up stopping Blue Valley North on the last play of the half. And we roll into the locker room a tie. 21-21. What a first half. Should be in store for a fantastic finish from out here in Olathe. We're going to throw it back to the guys in the studio. They have got all your scores on a busy semifinal Friday in the state of Kansas. Stay with us on your ESPN Kansas City High School football game of the week.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit Briar Payne Mead Insurance in Kansas City today at bpminsurance.com or call 913-402-9576. That's 913-402-9576 and ask about Auto Owners Insurance today.
Get rid of that back and neck pain today. Westwood Chiropractic has been relieving Kansas City residents of pain for decades. Dr. Ken Downing has over 30 years' experience. Call anytime at 913-432-5678 or visit westwoodchiropractickKC.com. Westwood Chiropractic, health and wellness for the whole family.
Have plumbing needs, whether a residential or commercial customer? Kansas City has turned to Gray Bill Plumbing since 1986. Gray Bill Plumbing strives to be the premier plumbing and mechanical contractor in the Kansas City area while offering unique solutions to general contractors, architects, designers, and homeowners. Call Gray Bill Plumbing at 913-432-9660. That's 913-432-9660. Or visit online at graybillpipeworks.com. Gray Bill Plumbing, a proud supporter of St. Thomas Aquinas Athletics. Go Saints!
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathe, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit Briar Payne Mead Insurance in Kansas City today at bpminsurance.com or call 913-402-9576. That's 913-402-9576 and ask about Auto Owners Insurance today.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
Get rid of that back and neck pain today. Westwood Chiropractic has been relieving Kansas City residents of pain for decades. Dr. Ken Downing has over 30 years' experience. Call anytime at 913-432-5678 or visit westwoodchiropractic.com. Westwood Chiropractic, health and wellness for the whole family.
Have plumbing needs, whether a residential or commercial customer? Kansas City has turned to Gray Bill Plumbing since 1986. Gray Bill Plumbing strives to be the premier plumbing and mechanical contractor in the Kansas City area while offering unique solutions to general contractors, architects, designers, and homeowners. Call Gray Bill Plumbing at 913-432-9660. That's 913-432-9660. Or visit online at graybillpipeworks.com. Gray Bill Plumbing, a proud supporter of St. Thomas Aquinas Athletics. Go Saints!
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com. High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to the second half, too. Unfortunately, the other games that we're following tonight, St. Thomas Aquinas is leading Olathe West 61-13, and Bishop Miege is up 27-7 on Baser, and over on the Missouri side, Smithville up 24-0. And, you know, I love playoff football, and I love this time of year, but it's a shame that the games this late are blowouts of this magnitude.
And we'd love to talk about those blowouts, but unfortunately,
you got a game going on, right?
We're ready for quarter number 3. So thank you, guys.
You guys enjoy.
We appreciate it, and we are ready for the second half kickoff Olathe North is going to touch the football first, as here's a high end-over-end short kick taken at the 20-yard line and then getting spun down and pushed out of bounds at the 23-yard line was the up man for Olathe North, Joseph Rudolph. And here comes that Eagle offense. And if you remember back to the opening kickoff, Blue Valley North, they scored in 3 plays. It took them less than 30 seconds. How does Olathe North start out of the locker room in this third quarter?
I continue to do what's worked for you. Run the ball effectively with Damon Sanchez up the middle and off the right side, and then play action pass. Throw the short passes, short to Elijah Williams and to Devin Stoker. Then that opens up the longer play action passing.
Bruce is going to open up by giving to Sanchez straight up the middle, who dodges one and falls forward to the 26, 2 yards on first down. 124 rush yards for Sanchez.
I mean, if you're Olathe North, you have to feel really good about the situation that you're in. You give up all those big yards, but your offense is humming too, and you're doing it a little bit through the air and also through the ground. So you have to feel really good if you're Coach McCartney coming into this third quarter here.
Yeah, Arlen Bruce threw for 117 and 3 touchdowns in that first half. He wants to go to the air. He bootlegs left, trying to set this one up. Instead, he's going to tuck it and run it. Arlen Bruce across the 30, crashes into a man, falls forward across the 35 near the 36-yard line. They move the chains.
Nice job there. Arlen Bruce was trying to throw the ball down the field, well covered by the Mustangs on the back end, but even better job of Bruce to just skirt around that left side and get the first down.
They gave him 10 yards on the quarterback keeper. 1 minute gone in this third quarter. They're going to give to Sanchez. Not a lot of room straight up the middle. Maybe picked up a pair as he stood up by those white jerseys for Blue Valley North on the interior.
It's first and second down where Blue Valley North has to do a better job on the defensive side of the ball. You cannot let Damon Sanchez or Arlen Bruce run the ball effectively and have it turned up to be 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4 and 3. They had a lot of those in that first half. So first down is Mustangs just got to do a better job on those, winning those first down battles.
Olathe North, of course, carved up this defense on the ground in that first half. Here's a 2nd and 8 play. They're going to give it to Sanchez. Left side, gets to the edge with a stiff arm. He's across midfield and out of bounds into Mustang territory at the 48.
I mean, there's nothing complex or fancy about that. That's just a handoff, and he goes to left tackle. A little bit of a counter action, but they're so concerned about Arlen Bruce's running ability that they're almost forgetting the Damon Sanchez. Oh, yeah, he's got 2,000 yards rushing, so you cannot take your eye off him.
He's inching near the 150-yard mark. Play fake, rolling right, and nearly getting dropped in the backfield. He got rid of it to a lineman, and now a flag flies. Boy, what an odd play, and a flag flies at the end of that. Arlen Bruce is in trouble.
And he threw that to Andrew Dunning, the right guard, who got beat right on the play. That's, you know what, I don't know if I've seen a heck of a catch by the offensive lineman there.
Great hands.
But, oh my gosh, that's gonna, you can't do that.
That's kind of like a lineman's nightmare turned into his dream.
Oh,
obviously, it's not going to count. You know, you missed the block, and then, oh my gosh, I got the football.
And then he also, you know, did get tackled about 10 yards,
yeah.
5.5 yards, well, almost to full 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
In all seriousness, this is a big penalty, though, for Olathe North. Obviously, the ineligible man.
Legal touching is what that's called there. And loss of down, too. That's even a bigger part of that penalty that a lot of people overlook.
But again, Blue Valley North, they were in the backfield at the snap of that football.
It
and
was
Bruce
L.J. Brown, the defensive end, who just blew up Andrew Dunning. And, 10 years down the road, he'll be able to tell people I caught a pass in the game, but leave out the other details.
2nd and 27. And again, don't let that be lost on the play. If Arlen Bruce doesn't throw it, he's still got a man around his waist and he's going down. 2nd and real long. Bruce claps his hands, gives to Sanchez. They fumbled the exchange, and it's going to be picked up by the Mustangs. A turnover to open up the third quarter, and Blue Valley North has got it at the Olathe North 32.
Nick Detmer comes up with the big fumble recovery. They've been close. They've been close to stripping the ball from Bruce and from Sanchez several times here tonight, but both of them have done a good job of protecting the football. That just got way too loose from the beginning, and wow, what a turn of momentum. 2 bad plays back to back has given Graham Burt absolutely great field position.
Nick Detmer picked off a pass in their second round game against Shawnee Mission South, and tonight he picks up a fumble. And Blue Valley North back in business.
Let's see if they go quick strike and try to get this one in the end zone right away.
Mertz, he wants to throw, and now he's going to give it on a draw play to Pessikixon, who is going to lose yardage, lose 2 yards, still fighting, but they blow him down 3 yards back in the backfield.
Math Martin did a nice job. Again, they only are bringing 3 guys, 3 on 5. And Math Martin was able just to fight hard and stop Pessikixon. If he doesn't make that tackle, that might go for a long way because there were 8 guys dropping way, way back into coverage.
2nd and 13. Got to get to the 24 of Olathe North to move the chains. 3 left, 1 right for Graham Mertz, who threw a touchdown and ran one in that first half. Pessikixon to his right. They're going to give it to him on a stretch play, trying to get to the edge. He cuts it up near the hash mark, sidesteps 1, falls forward to the 30-yard line, and gets a large amount of that yardage back, and then some, picks up about 7 yards.
Interesting, though, the first 2 plays are running plays, though.
That's how they started the game.
In fact, I understand that, but they were carving them up in that second quarter through the air.
But now on a 3rd and 7, you think obvious passing situation.
This is usually Cameron Burt territory again.
He's in the slot to the right. They're going to sprint right. Mertz is going to look Burt's way on the out route. He's got him inside the 20, and he's wrestled down near the 16. And Jeremy right on the money.
Easy pickings. We've seen that play last 2 years 50 times. Just easy pickings. Set the formation up and have Burt run out to where the first down marker is, and Graham Mertz can make that throw in his sleep.
To the 15 of Olathe North, they move the chains. Off the right hash from the pistol goes Mertz. Pessikixon right behind him, 8:15 to go third quarter. Olathe North fumbles the ball away on their opening possession. And now off the short field, Blue Valley North is in the red zone. Mertz wants to throw, looking left, pump and go. He's going to fire an out route over the head, too far for Eric Roberts, and it's 2nd down.
Well covered there by this Eagles defensive backfield. Still not a lot of pressure being applied to Graham Mertz. They've now lined up with 4 defensive linemen the past couple plays in a row, but none of them are getting to Mertz at all. So they've changed their look. Olathe North has changed their defensive look and are bringing 4 down linemen versus the 3 that they did in that first half, but still no pressure in his face at all.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Pessikixon, he has played every snap on offense for this Blue Valley North Mustang group from the tailback position. And they're going to fake it to him, throw an out route, completed inside the 10, making a man miss is Eric Roberts, who dives into the end zone. 15-yard catch and run. Eric Roberts has got the Mustangs back on top, 27-21.
Simple out route. They cannot stop it. Graham Mertz puts the ball right on the money. I mean, Graham Mertz couldn't have walked out there and handed the ball to Eric Roberts in the flat as any better than how he threw that. That was just so right on the money, and the Mustangs make the Eagles pay for that big fumble.
Eric Roberts has been targeted more than any receiver for Blue Valley North tonight, and he catches a touchdown there. 28-21 after the extra point kick. Mustangs back up 7 after the turnover on your ESPN Kansas City High School football game of the week.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Mentioned Eric Roberts, most targeted receiver for Blue Valley North. 8 catches now, 158 yards and a touchdown after that 15-yard catch and run into the end zone. The kick is going to be an end-over-end kick coming out of bounds, and it will sail out of bounds. And so not how you want to respond after the touchdown if you're Blue Valley North, by going out of bounds with the kickoff and giving Olathe North good starting field position.
No question about that. You've got the momentum. You just keep finding little ways to keep Olathe North in this game and, give Olathe North credit. They've taken advantage of every little mistake that Blue Valley North has made. How about Eric Roberts? 8 receptions, 158 yards, and 1 big touchdown there. This kid has come to play. Again, not the guy that I think everybody kind of game planned around. I'm sure they game planned around
Burt,
stopping Cameron Burt, but guess what? Good teams do that. They find second and third options.
So here comes Olathe North. Again, fumbled on their previous drive. It was a botched exchange. And now Bruce is going to give to Sanchez. Coming right side, dodges 1, and he falls forward across the 40. And he pops right back up after a gain of 5. This guy was down the field before the game yelling about how underestimate us, write us off. He was fired up for this one. And again, this Olathe North team feel like they were kind of forgotten about this week in the lead up to this one. Sanchez straight up the middle, fighting for yardage. He's got 4 near the first down marker. He may have 5 in the first. He will as they move the chains. Sanchez, like I said, creeping in on 150 yards rushing tonight. Picks up 10 on 2 carries here. 7:15 to go in this third quarter. 28-21 after the Blue Valley North touchdown on their previous drive. 3 receivers to the right side. Bruce in the shotgun with Sanchez to his left. He's going to fake it to him. And Bruce looking for room is not going to find any as he gets sandwiched at the line of scrimmage.
That's how you slow him down. You get penetration. You need your defensive line to make some plays and keep him contained. Do not allow him to break to the outside because he's so deadly when he gets the ball to the outside. And great job there by this Mustangs defense.
ID when you get a chance.
2nd and 10 for the Eagles of Olathe North, the 3 seed in this 6A bracket on the east side. 2 to the right. Out of the pistol, claps his hands, gives to Sanchez straight up the middle. Sanchez fighting for yardage. He has got 9, and it's going to be 3rd and short, and we pause for station identification on ESPN Kansas City.
ESPN Kansas City is KCTE Independence and K257DZ Kansas City, 99.3 FM.
3rd and short after the 9-yard plunge for Sanchez straight up the middle.
Probably will see more of that here on this play.
Potentially 4-down territory here as they are in Blue Valley North territory near the 45-yard line. They're going to give to Sanchez. Left side, he's got the first down as he hurdles a man down to the 40-yard line of the Mustangs.
Garrett Schnorr, the left guard, did a nice job of opening up a hole there. Good, confident run by Damon Sanchez.
And again, they were 1 for 4 converting 3rd downs in that first half. They convert 1 here. As they move the chains, we roll inside 6 minutes to go third quarter of a 28-21 game. Eagles trailing by 7 in movement before the snap flags fly. The slot receiver, Stoker, came out of his stance, and now it's going to be 1st and 15.
And that might have been one of those opportunities of trying to run that play action pass that got him open and got him that touchdown early on. This is the perfect time to maybe call that play action. You've been running the ball very effectively on this drive here, but now you're behind the chains.
And again, Arlen Bruce throwing the football well. 8 of 10 through the air, including 3 touchdowns. As he gets the play call in from the sideline, play clock at 10. Out of the pistol, he's going to turn, give to Sanchez, right side. He is going to get sandwiched and dropped back near the 45-yard line. They lose half a yard, and it's 2nd and 15.
I think Tim Foster, the Will linebacker, did a nice job of blitzing through there. Nick Haffer. I mean, we really haven't had a chance to call much of these Blue Valley North defensive players' names tonight because they've been running up and down the field against them. But right there, nice job from both linebackers to blow that play up.
Sanchez, left side, dodges 1, cuts back up for a yard. to the 44-yard line. And here comes 3rd and long for the Eagles.
Yeah, but it's going to go to one or two guys. It's going to go to Stoker or Elijah Williams. But interestingly, Damon Sanchez is a threat in the passing game, so you cannot just focus on those two guys. Also seen some adjustments here. Blue Valley North is bringing their linebackers more on blitzes here in this second half.
4-down linemen, they sneak 2 of those linebackers near the line of scrimmage. Play fake. Arlen Bruce wants to throw. Getting chased. He's going to heave this one up and out of bounds. He threw it away, and it's going to be 4th down.
That had to be a misread by somebody because there was one receiver out on a route on 3rd and 14. Somebody didn't run the right play.
And that secondary is expecting a pass on a 3rd and long, and they weren't fooled. They had 3 guys back there running with that receiver. 4th and 14, the offense stays out there. We've seen this before. Arlen Bruce is probably just going to punt this football. He stands at midfield, takes 1 step, and this is a line drive kick. Hits inside the 10-yard line. It chops up inside the 5, and they had a chance to down it into the 1. Did they get it? There was a man right near the goal line. Was he able to tap it back in without touching the goal line? He was. And they down this one at the inch line.
The inch line is about as great of a description as you can get, Tim. That just took the perfect roll for Arlen Bruce on the play, on that punt.
It wasn't pretty off his foot, but it did the job.
It did the job. It's exactly right. And here we are. You want to win a state championship? You got to make plays when the ball's at the inch-yard line on the defensive side of the ball. And if you're Blue Valley North, you got to protect the football.
Right. Yeah,
protect the football. Do not make a mistake.
It is a monster. This is a monster drive here, as Blue Valley North will start inside their own 1-yard line. The nose of the football is basically touching the goal line. 1 tailback in the backfield to the right of Graham Mertz. That's Amari Pesic-Hickson, who was offered by Michigan a couple of weeks ago. Mertz shotgun snap is going to throw an out route to Roberts across the 5-yard line, spins off a tackler out to the 10-yard line. He is right at the 1st down marker, and they're going to move the chains 10 yards through the air, and that's how to get out of trouble.
Indeed. If I'm Olathe North, I hate that matchup. You had Mike linebacker A.J. Patello one-on-one with Eric Roberts. Eric Roberts and Blue Valley North is going to win that battle 99.9% of the time, and they did right there to get the 1st down.
9 catches for Eric Roberts tonight. Inside 4 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter in a 7-point game. Mustangs on top 28-21. Mertz to the air. Another out route is too high and picked off on the near side. Inside the 10 to the 5. And a touchdown and a pick 6 for Mario Sanchez.
Wow. And Devin Stoker's not going to get the interception, but he should get credit for it because he somehow tipped the ball up. And it landed right into Sanchez's hand, and he shot out of a cannon just straight down the right sideline for the touchdown. The pick 6 touchdown. And what a swing of momentum. That's just, you just don't see that. Great play by the ball hawking defense for Olathe North.
Mario Sanchez's 5th pick of the year is a pick 6. The extra point is good, and we're tied again at 28. How about the defense is making plays in this second half on your ESPN Kansas City High School football game of the week?
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit Briar Payne Mead Insurance in Kansas City today at bpminsurance.com or call 913-402-9576. That's 913-402-9576 and ask about Auto Owners Insurance today.
We got ourselves a new ball game. 28-28 after the pick six from Mario Sanchez. And this is a short end-over-end kick that is going to be fielded at the 15-yard line. Across the 25, looking for a seam, is out to the 29-yard line and no further. Goes the return man, Amonth Masi for Blue Valley North. And I was actually incorrect earlier in the broadcast, as I often am. That was actually the second interception tonight for Mario Sanchez. We gave credit for the earlier interception to Devin Stoker. That was actually Mario Sanchez in the first half, and Mario Sanchez again moments ago. His second pick of the night is a pick six.
And that one, though, is not on Graham Mertz. Graham Mertz is going to look like he has 2 interceptions. That one was not on it. That's the receiver's got to come up with that reception.
1st and 10. Off their own 30-yard line. 3 right, 1 left. Pesa kicks into the backfield. Is going to get the call straight up the middle, and he is gang tackled at the 31-yard line, 2nd and 9.
And that, that was just, it's hard to say, just truly understand how important that play was, because you kind of felt like Blue Valley North was starting to figure things out and starting to get the momentum. The crowd was quiet. Suddenly now the Olathe North sideline has a life, and they're fired up.
Mertz is going to fire a hitch route to Hendershot near the 38-yard line. It's going to be a 1.5 yards shy of the first down marker. And here comes a third down, and this is a critical third down.
Big critical third down, you're right. Blue Valley North has to convert here. Olathe North is going to have all of the momentum if they can find a way to get off the field here.
2:50 to go in the third quarter. 3rd and 2 officially. Mertz wants to throw another hitch route to Hendershot. Is complete across the 40. They're going to move the chains. Call it a gain of 4.
Tell you what, go to your 5th option, Sean Hendershot. Not normally known as your guy you go to on 3rd and short, but they gave him enough of a cushion. He went just enough, 2-3 yards, turned around, ball right on the money.
They're going right back to work on Mario Sanchez's side. Guy's got 2 picks, but they don't care. They're going right at him. But again, that last one, like you said, wasn't on Mertz. Out to the 43, they spot it 1st and 10. The future Badger wants to throw. He's going to dump it off in the flat. Pesa kicks in a lot of room. He's across midfield, makes one man miss, and he's tripped up across the 45-yard line of Olathe North. But that is 13 and a first down.
Nice job protection by the offensive line. Again, we've seen the adjustment from Olathe North. They're bringing 4 guys on the defensive line, but there's just nobody in Mertz's face all night long.
They spot it at the Eagle 43-yard line. 2 left, 2 right, movement before the snap. No flag. Eagle was able to get back. Mertz gets the play call in as we approach 2 minutes to go third quarter. Short drop, pressure from the backside. Stepping up, firing over the middle. Has his man, and he dropped it. Oh, he had Eric Roberts on the backside post, and he couldn't haul it in.
Back-to-back plays where Roberts, who has been Mr. Reliable all night long, drops the ball. The interception was caused because he misplayed the ball, and that one was a touchdown.
Yes.
A touchdown.
He walks in.
If he catches the football.
2nd and 10, same formation for Blue Valley North. This time Pesa kicks into the left of Graham Mertz, who has seen a slight drop-off in his touches from that first half. Short drop. Mertz fires right side, and the out route is too far out ahead of Cameron Burt, and it's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Mertz hurried that one a little bit, just did not get his mechanics set right. Burt did have a little trouble getting out of his break. Nice coverage by the inside of the defensive lineman from the rover back. Solomon Wabamba did a nice job of kind of slowing Burt down and just changing the timing of that play. Now here we are, 3rd and 10. Huge play here for this Eagles defense.
They like to move Mertz out of the pocket on these big situations. They are going to roll him left. On the sprint read, they are going to fire it deep out and complete it across the 30 and move the chains. Cameron Burt, they love that play.
Guess who? I mean, you can hear the coaches up here in the press box next to us calling that play. They know it's coming. We know it's coming. Guess what? Olathe North players on the field know it's coming. Gotta stop it. Gotta stop it. They haven't all game long. Of course, teams all throughout the last 2 years haven't stopped it.
They spot it at the Eagle 28. Mertz with a sprint out to the right side. He is going to fire another deep out and complete it to Eric Roberts, who spun forward for a gain of 12 more.
See, that's a confident catch right there.
Yes. His 10th grab of the night. And that's big on the part of Graham Mertz too, not shying away from going out.
No, he's going to go to his weapons.
He dropped 2 consecutive passes, one resulting in a pick 6, but he keeps on firing it right at number 9. 1st and 10 from the Eagle 15. Blue Valley North churning on this drive. They're going to set up a pitch for Pesic Hickson. It was too low and incomplete.
Setting up kind of a shovel pass / screen, anticipating a blitz to come through. That just did not look good at all from the beginning. He's actually Mertz is very, very fortunate that one did not get intercepted there because the defensive line did a nice job and we were ready for that. They didn't take the bait. They didn't run after the quarterback. They stayed with Pesic Hickson there.
1:26 to go third quarter. 2nd and 10 off the Olathe North 15-yard line. Another 4 receivers set. Mertz is going to sprint right. He's going to fire for the end zone. Too low and incomplete for his receiver near the back pylon. I believe it was Cameron Burt. Yep. It's 3rd and 10.
Got a little pressure on him for the first time tonight. Braden Reisner, the nose tackle, got through and forced Mertz to throw it just a little bit ahead of what he wanted to do. And Burt was going to be open in that back corner of the end zone. He was right by the pylon. Just the timing was off. And now here we are again. We've said this, 3 times on this drive now. Big 3rd down situation.
If I was a gambling man, they're going to roll him left. 3rd and 10. They're on the right hash. Mertz will roll left on the snap. Mertz sets his feet, fires for the back pylon. It's caught by Eric Roberts in the end zone. His 2nd trip to the end zone tonight, and Blue Valley North goes back on top.
You called it, rolled it. Pressure couldn't get there. They did bring a blitzing linebacker, and that forced one-on-one coverage in the back. And Eric Roberts dropped the touchdown pass, had the pass deflected off his hands. That goes for the pick 6. Makes up for it in a big way with a huge catch. He went up and got that ball confidently, Tim. That was his football.
2 from 15 away for Eric Roberts tonight. The extra point is tacked on, 35-28. Hope you got your spikes packed. It's a track meet out here in Olathe on your ESPN Kansas City High School football game of the week. (35-28). Another touchdown pass for Graham Mertz, his 3rd of the night. He's also ran one in from a yard away. And the ensuing kickoff is another short one, and it's going to come out of bounds again. 2nd consecutive kick from Spencer Spranger. He's put out of bounds.
Just not good special teams play. I know what they're trying to do, trying to kick it away from Sanchez and Bruce and Elijah Williams back there, but at least kick it in bounds.
Right.
But here we are. I mean, interesting, Olathe North declines it. They would have got the ball at the 35.
Here comes that
re-kick. They're going to force them to try to kick it again and maybe get better field position.
And they are kicking this off the left hash, and it's coming towards the left sideline out of bounds. So why are you continually giving yourself a short side of the field against that crosswind? I mean, you got to angle this kick to the far side.
And he's got a leg. We've seen him kick it.
Yeah.
Out of the end zone several times this season.
So this time off the 35, Spranger will do it again. After that last kick goes out of bounds. He will blast it to the far side of the field. It's going to be taken by Arlen Bruce off the 20-yard line. Trying to get to the near side. He is going to get chased down from behind at the 27-yard line. And here comes that Olathe North offense.
You know who that was on special teams? That was Pesic Hickson.
How about that?
Doing it all for your team to play for a state championship. No plays off. And that was a great one-on-one open field tackle because you can see the wall kind of being set up here to this near side toward us.
1:10 to go third quarter, and boy, I don't know what it is, but last few years, these 6A semifinal games, they have been awesome. And this one living up to the hype. Here comes Bruce and company. He is going to give to Sanchez on a counter. He's got blocking downfield. He stumbles across the 40-yard line, and he's pushed out near the 41. That's going to be 14 and a first down.
Nice job on the counter. Nice job left guard Garrick Snore pulling from left to right to open up the hole just enough. And Sanchez, he doesn't need much of a crease, Tim. He is electric once he gets the ball and is able to plant his foot and get up the field vertically.
This offensive line doing a fantastic job tonight. From the 41, they go 3 receivers in the formation. They send Stoker in motion to the left side. Arlen Bruce is going to keep it straight up the middle. Arlen Bruce weaving in and out of tacklers, and he falls forward near the 47-yard line. Call it 6 yards.
Yeah, we talked earlier in the second half. Blue Valley North's got to do a better job of winning first down. Last 2 first downs have been won handily by Olathe North. Their offensive line's taken over.
Inside 25 seconds, this could be the last play of the third quarter. Sanchez, the deep back behind Bruce, who claps his hands and turns and gives it to Sanchez straight up the middle, who runs into a wall and runs back out of it, and then he runs back into trouble at the 43-yard line. It's going to be a loss of about 3 yards, and that is going to take us to the end of quarter number 3. It'll be a 3rd and 7, staring the Eagles in the face as we open up the fourth quarter. 35-28 and a wild third quarter. We're in for a heck of a finish on your ESPN Kansas City High School Football Game of the Week.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Quarter in this 6A semifinal game. They just discounted hot dogs to $1 at the concession stand. I know it's not relevant, but it's relevant to us because, boy, that would be awesome right now. But instead we're stuck here on a 3rd and 7 to open up quarter number 4.
We're not stuck. What a great game we're seeing.
Bruce sends Stoker in motion to the right side. He is going to keep it on a counter. With blocking, he bounces off one, fights forward across midfield, right at the first down marker. Tough running by the quarterback.
Yeah, you're right. He is such a tough runner. Safety Danny Nam and Nick Detmer, they came flying up and they hit him, and they both just bounced off of Arlen Bruce.
It is a tight spot.
I think that's it should have been a first. I thought it should have been a first too, Tim. I'm with you.
Olathe North coaches thought he had it, and we're going to have a measurement. And if he's short, it's going to be 4th down.
Get you another score update from the Kansas Class 6A other semifinal. Derby 24, Manhattan High 6.
And that is short, boy, by inches. Just that tight. And the offense will likely stay out there for Olathe North.
It looks like Aquinas is kind of taking the foot off the gas against Olathe West, only 61-14. Both teams have scored once in the second half.
So here comes the offense. This is the biggest 4th down we've had so far in this game. 4th and inches for Olathe North. They're going to go out of an empty set in a shotgun formation for Arlen Bruce. Blue Valley North stacks everyone in the box, trying to bring the heat on the 4th down. They think it's going to be a run all the way.
Do they dare do something different other than try to go for the 4th and inches running up the middle?
They are going to go straight up the middle. Bruce has got the first down as he collides in the white jerseys at the 47-yard line.
And that worked on that play. But, again, that's the same play that they ran right down here in this south end zone against Shawnee Mission South, and it got busted for a no gain. And then Shawnee Mission East ran the ball 99 yards back on the drive to win that game. Not a big fan of it again. You know that, Tim.
Olathe North, they go quickly back to the line, and now they stop to check the play call on the near sideline. Blue Valley North had 8 in the box on that last fourth down play and still couldn't get a push. They give to Sanchez behind left guard, and he's out to the 45, 2 yards on first down.
Nice win there for this Mustang defense. Defensive line, Brock Anderson and L.J. Brown got some penetration. They've not gotten a whole lot of penetration tonight, but right there on that play they did. And only 2nd and 8. That's a good win for the Mustang defense.
Numbers are night and day for Sanchez from the first half to the second half. He had 120 yards rushing in the first half. He's hovering around 40 in the second half. 2nd and 8 play, Bruce is going to keep it left side as he lunges forward near the 41-yard line. It's going to set up a 3rd and about 5 play.
With Olathe North, that could be a number of different plays. I would anticipate them to continue to keep the ball on the ground here. They really haven't thrown the ball much here in this second half at all. Kind of taking Elijah Williams out of this game. Do you go to him now when it's 3rd and 4 and you need a big conversion?
They've only thrown 1 pass in this second half. 10-10 to go fourth quarter. Bruce with a hard count. Takes the snap, runs left side. He's got the first down as he fights across the 30-yard line, and he's dropped right there. Arlen Bruce stepping up on another 3rd down.
He's just such a patient runner. It's hard to kind of describe on the radio how patient he is. He lets his pulling lineman get ahead of him, lets the running back get out ahead of him, and he's a little bit smallish. He's only 5'11", and he kind of hides behind the big blockers and is able to get the first down there.
They go quickly back to the line. We're inside 10 minutes to go fourth quarter. 35-28, Blue Valley North over Olathe North, but the Eagles of Olathe North, they're driving in Mustang territory. They're going to give to Sanchez. Right side, picks up one block, makes a man miss, makes another, inside the 15, cut back to the 10, 5. Oh, Sanchez is into the end zone, and it's a 1-point game.
Outstanding run by Sanchez. Great blocking on the perimeter. Great cutback, and then another great cutback puts him into the end zone, and we've got ourselves a 1-point game. PAT should tie this up.
Damon Sanchez with a giant run in this ball game. And they can tie the game with the extra point. Hold, kick on the way, and it squeezes inside that right upright to tie us at 35 on your ESPN Kansas City High School football game of the week.
Hey, Kansas City, you know it's
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts. High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
35 all in this back and forth semifinal game. We wouldn't have it any other way. 9:36 to go in the ball game.
It's good bump music. The heat is
right.
On. This is a great game, and we've had, as you mentioned, we've had some outstanding ones here. The last couple of years, Kansas Class 6A semifinals.
This ball teed up. They've been kicking it short all night. This time they're going to kick it deep to Thutmose, who fields it at the 15-yard line near side. Gets up towards the middle of the field. He is going to get wrestled down near the 21-yard line. Not a great return there for Blue Valley North, as they're going to take over again from their own 21, 9:29 to go in your ball game, a tie game, 35-35 from Olathe.
Well, now this is when ball security becomes paramount for both teams. We've seen Graham Burt actually have 2 interceptions. One was kind of his fault. The other one definitely wasn't his fault. Be protective with the football. And if you're on the other side, if you're Olathe North, continue to play that ball-hawking defense that you've had, especially on the backside of the defense.
Low snap. Mertz is going to dump it off in the left flat to Pesic Hickson, looking for blockers. He gets to the edge. He scoots out of bounds after he picks up nearly 9 yards. And they're going to be about a yard shy of the first down marker.
Just see how explosive he is every time he touches the football. Man, have we seen him go down once tonight without getting positive yardage in some way?
They run quickly to the line. Well, they just reset the play clock. Mertz, quick snap. Looking over the middle, he is going to throw a hitch route, completed it to Hendershot, who stretches forward, and they're going to spot him at the 43-yard line as they move the chains 13 yards after they only needed 1.
If I'm Olathe North, I'm going tempo here. I'm picking things up, and that's exactly right back at the line of scrimmage.
And they're comfortable doing this. Low snap again. Mertz is going to fire another hitch route for Hendershot. He hauls it in, but that was a dangerous throw.
Defensive back again stepped up and almost got through there.
Mario Sanchez in
that's
coverage
what
again.
I thought.
They pick up 8, but that was a low, dangerous throw that Sanchez almost got a hand on. Quickly back to the line. 2 left, 2 right, same formation. Short drop Mertz. Another hitch route for Hendershot. Completes it, breaks a tackle, stays on his feet across the 30. Wrestled down from behind near the 27.
Great ball security also by Hendershot because A.J. Patello came flying up from the backside and tried to rip it away from him. And he's a Mike linebacker, and usually linebackers win a lot of those battles, but give Hendershot a lot of credit. How about Graham Mertz putting the ball also right on the money?
To the Olathe North 37 marches the Mustangs. 8:30 to go in the game. Tie game. Mertz loading up for the end zone, taking a shot for Mussey's got him! Another strike for the future Badger, and the Mustangs go back up 6, 41-35.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful play. Great blocking up front. Kind of faked the hitch again. Kept several of the receivers short. Guess what? Then you run to Mossy from the right slot right across to the back, and he beat his man off the line of scrimmage. That is about as easy of a touchdown pass as Graham Mertz is going to have all season long.
Extra point kick, the critical extra point kick, is up and through. 42-35, back and forth they go on your ESPN Kansas City Game of the Week.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit Briar Payne Mead Insurance in Kansas City today at bpminsurance.com or call 913-402-9576. That's 913-402-9576 and ask about Auto Owners Insurance today.
(42-35). What a game it's been, and we still got 8:21 to go in this fourth quarter.
We're not done yet.
Sanchez and Bruce, the playmakers, back deep for Olathe North, and it's going to be a short kick. Picked up at the 25-yard line, and getting steamrolled was the up man at the 30-yard line. And here come the Eagles, and last drive it was Damon Sanchez who ripped off a 30-yard touchdown run.
Nice job by the offensive line there. Graham Mertz, 29 of 45, 452 yards, and four touchdowns.
And one on the ground as well.
Yes, and one on the ground. You're correct.
loading it up tonight.
Yeah, Sanchez is now at 204 yards on 25 carries. I got to feed him the ball more, in my opinion. I know Bruce has done a nice job running the ball, but feed it to your 2,000-yard rusher here.
They will give it to him straight up the middle as he falls forward for 3 quick yards on first down. And they talked about it in the halftime show, Brad Porter, Chad Rader. Can one of these teams make a stop? And that is looking like it's what it's going to
come down to that, because we've not seen either team really make a stop. We saw it once in the first quarter, but we've not really seen any team make a stop, especially here in this second half.
The only stops outside of that have been self-inflicted turnovers. Play fake. Bruce on a bootleg is going to air it out deep left side. It is incomplete, just out of the reach of his intended target, Jarrett Kendricks.
And Detmer was back there. He tried to go up and bat the ball away, and he missed. And if somehow the receiver was able to come up and make that catch, that would have been great, because Detmer, you can't miss on that.
This is a big third down. 3rd and 7. You got to get out to the 41 to move the chains. Clock is your enemy now. 7:45 to go in the ball game. You do not want to give Blue Valley North the ball back with the lead.
You can hear the Blue Valley North crowd. They're getting into it. They feel it.
Blue Valley North showing pressure. They're going to bring it. They're going to throw a screen pass to the near side that is blown up. Nick Detmer, all over it, was on top of Kendricks.
And we'll see what the call is for Coach McCartney. I mean, he spun forward
for 2 yards.
A little bit. That makes this almost a interesting, you maybe go for it type situation. I don't know if I go for it. I got 3 timeouts. Your defense hasn't played that bad at times, but their offense stays on the field. Maybe we do see the pooch kick again for Marlon Bruce.
It's a 4th and 5. Bruce is back there, takes the snap, and he does pooch kick it. Over the defense, hits near the 36, and it checks up. And they're going to down it at the 33-yard line, and not what Olathe North wanted after that touchdown from Graham Mertz.
Well, and Blue Valley North is feeling it. Their defense made a big stop here. And now you hand the ball back to your star quarterback with a touchdown lead with 7 minutes left in the game. Touchdown here potentially could ice this.
Yeah, inside 7 minutes now to go. Last time they kind of went turbo.
Yeah, I know your clock is your enemy here. You want to try to burn that last 7 minutes, but with the way that they move the ball down the field, I keep that pressure up. Yep. I keep the tempo. I go.
Let's see. Mertz is going to pitch it to Pesic Hickson, looking for blocks. He lowers the shoulders. Nothing set up for him as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Good first down play defensively for Olathe North.
Yeah, and we're seeing a little bit more of a methodical approach here from Blue Valley North. Taking their time.
Again, Pesic Hickson wasn't even sure he was going to play football at the start of this year. And he has turned his year of football into a Michigan offer. 2nd and 10. Mertz wants to throw. Has time. Rainbows left side, incomplete. Looking for a flag. No flag flies as Hendershot got held up on the route. It's going to be 3rd down.
I think that there should have been a flag there, to be very honest. We've done it. Mario Sanchez has been great all night long, but he got beat on a stop and go by Hendershot, and he grabbed him. He put both arms around him, and Hendershot could not break free, and the ball flutters just incomplete. And now the flip side now, an incomplete pass and a stop on first down. Now Olathe North has a chance to get off the field with their defense.
And again, let's see if we see the rollout action from Graham Mertz, who has showed it all night on 3rd and long situations and has been really good doing it. They're on the left hash. Let's see if they roll him out right. They will. Mertz runs right on the snap, fires that deep out route, and completes it. A diving grab made across the 45 by Cameron Burt.
Guess who? What a throw by Graham Mertz. That is a heck of a throw. I mean, again, for those listening on the radio, you cannot understand how good of a throw that was, because he rolled to the right and didn't really even get a chance to put his feet on the ground to plant them right and step into the throw, but his arm was strong enough where he could throw the ball 12 yards down the field to Cameron Burt on a quick out.
3 left, 1 right as they move the chains. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs off their own 46-yard line, leading 42-35. in this fourth quarter. Mertz wants to throw. They send pressure at him. He steps up, fires another out. We're out far side. Is dropped by Roberts in a dangerous drop at that, as it almost ended up in the arms of an Olathe North Eagle.
Almost in the hands of our friend Sanchez with 2 interceptions here and a pick 6. They brought pressure. That's the first time that we've really seen in the second half that pressure kind of get to Mertz a little bit, but Mertz calmly steps up into the pocket and delivered a pass, and Roberts was wide open. He's got to make that catch if you want to win the state championship.
His third drop in the second half.
Yeah.
2nd and 10. And again, 5:49. Play clock inside 10 for the Mustangs. Olathe North not showing pressure. We've only got 4 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Mertz in pressure in his face. Sidesteps one. He loads up, fires a wobbler that is complete on the drag route, fighting off a man across the 40 into Eagle territory to the 38-yard line. Goes Sean Hendershot. And boy, that time they caught a break.
Because that's one of those plays where you're like, no. Okay. Because he committed a cardinal sin that quarterbacks are not supposed to make. You do not throw back against your body from left hash to right hash or right hash to left hash, and he threw it from left to right. Fortunately, because he's Graham Burt, he's got a strong enough arm to put that there where only his receiver could get that ball. Wow, what a play.
He had a defender draped around his waist. Mertz wants to throw. They go quickly to the line. Steps up in the pocket. Under pressure. Fires down the right sideline. Bobbled and dropped by Burt. Great pocket presence, though, man. Oh, my gosh. They had chances at him. 2 chances to get him in the backfield. And Mertz somehow is able to keep the play alive. And even though it's an incompletion, it could have been a loss of 5.
That is all those quarterback drill work that you see. You work with a quarterback guru where you plant, and then you have to step, and you have to avoid the rush. And you see them run it with bags, and he's done that probably 1,000 times during the summer, just getting ready for opportunities like this. And, hey, give Olathe North credit. They're starting to kind of figure out a way to get in Mertz's face here on this drive.
Can they pressure him on a 2nd and 10? They want to go to the air again. Mertz looking left. Now back to the right. Rainbow. Pesic Hickson all alone. Inside the 10 to the 5. Pesic Hickson is into the end zone. And there is your dagger. Graham Mertz, a 5th touchdown through the air. Pesic Hickson, his 2nd trip to the end zone tonight. And boy, the future Badger puts on another show.
And Pesic Hickson had his guy beat coming out of the backfield. Olathe North thought that there might have been a hold on the play. Jasper Earls, the Will linebacker, got double-teamed and kind of got slammed to the ground. But how about Mertz? He knew he had Pesic Hickson wide open. And sometimes in those situations, you make a mistake, you overthrow it, or you don't put enough on it. Not Graham Mertz.
Extra point kick up and through, and now a 14-point game with 5 minutes to go on your ESPN Kansas City High School football game of the week.
Are you?
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
.506 to go in the game, and now the clock, a major enemy of Olathe North, down 14, 49, 35. Short kick, far sideline. Sanchez drops the football, picked up by the Mustangs.
There's your dagger, too.
It went right through the arms of Damon Sanchez. Still no signal, and there it is. Well, still no signal. Sorry, I was a player. But I think it's pretty obvious the Mustangs fell on that ball. And no, Olathe North is going to maintain possession.
Wow,
somebody at the bottom of the pile.
Bottom of the pile. Was that number 66? Let's see.
Yeah.
That would
How
be
about that?
Gage Hybert, the junior offensive lineman, somehow, some way coming up with the play.
And that looked like it was 100% going to be Mustang football. But give the lineman credit. Hybert, fighting for the ball at the bottom of that pile, somehow pulled it away from the Mustangs and keeps Olathe North possession of this football in the fourth quarter. Off their own 31-yard line. But again, the clock is the enemy. 5:02 to go in the contest in a 14-point game. Bruce is going to fire a screen pass right side, getting out across the 36 before getting decked on the far sideline. Another grab for Devin Stoker. 2nd and 5, clock continues to run. Off that right hash. Blue Valley North is going to bring pressure. They're going to zip it out on the left side this time. Across the 40-yard line, dragging a man.
Yeah, it's. I mean, these little swing outs they're good and all, but Olathe North's got to get the ball down the field vertically somehow here quickly, and that's just not what is in their game. I mean, unless they've managed to get do that. The only time they've gone vertically has been when they play actioned and faked it short, then thrown it long to Elijah Williams.
That was Jarrett Kendricks on that last reception. Bruce claps his hands, gives to Sanchez straight up the middle. He's tripped up across midfield, 6 yards on first down. As we approach 4 minutes to go in this fourth quarter, Olathe North going as fast as they can to the line of scrimmage. Again, down 2 touchdowns. They need a touchdown here, and with 3 timeouts, you can still kick it to Blue Valley North, but then you got to force a 3 and out. 2nd and 4. We're inside 4 minutes now. Play clock guy down to 15. Bruce, play fake, stepping up in the pocket, looking to scramble. He is going to run. He's going to pick up the first down as he dives down to the 42-yard line. Still time.
Still time. Oh, no question. No question there's still time, especially you've got all three of your timeouts. But you got to go quicker. You've got to start getting the ball down the field more than these short runs and shorter passes.
4 receivers in the formation. Sanchez remains the deep back. They're going to give it to him. Right side. Picks up an outfield block. Sanchez across the 30. Cut back inside the 20. Tripped up. Just outside the 20-yard line.
That'll work too. Nice job by Sanchez. Man, he is so fun to watch.
Well, they've gone quickly on this drive, to their credit. 3:38 to go in the ball game. Not looking to give up yet. 49-35 down 14. They have not ate much of that clock on this drive. Bruce, play fake, rolls left, fires one for the end zone. He's got Williams out there. Jump ball! He pulled it in! On the back pylon, Elijah Williams has made it a one-score game. And a lot of time to go. 3:23 still in your fourth quarter.
There's your long pass down the field, and you go to your go-to receiver, Elijah Williams, and the big 6', 190-pounder comes up with it right on the back pylon in the left corner of the end zone. How about that throw by Arlen Bruce? Put it right on the money, under pressure. This is going to be a fun finish, Tim.
Extra point, kick up and through, and all 3 timeouts still remain for Olathe North on your ESPN Kansas City Game of the Week.
What if roofs could talk?
Done yet. 49-42 with 3:23 to go in the ball game. And let's see if they try something here on the kickoff. They go over to the far hash. They're going to set up an onside kick.
I just don't know if it's time. You got 3 timeouts. but we'll see if it works.
Willoughby Neal has got it teed up. This is not the hands team for Blue Valley North. Takes a high hop. It is caught by the Mustang up man at the 44-yard line. Caught cleanly and a good grab at that.
Yeah, you said not the hands team, but I think it was Luca Evok, the junior linebacker, halfback, did a great job of fielding that. Kind of caught that on a little low hop and went low to the ground and covered that up. That was about as picture perfect from Andy Sims's normal return team.
It's so Blue Valley North. Well, who knows the way they've played? I mean, kill the clock. That's not really in the game plan for Andy Sims.
You're right. 3 timeouts if you're Olathe North.
His kill the clock is go score. They'll be off their own 44-yard line after they recover the onside kick. Still up 7, 49-42. Olathe North with all 3 timeouts. Trying to get the football back here. Mert shotgun snap gives to Pesic Hickson. He is going to dodge one man. Try to reverse field. Pesic Hickson in trouble. Wrapped up at the 30-yard line. They lose 14 yards on first down.
Do anything but that right there by Pesic Hickson. The kid has played so outstanding all season long. One mistake like that can flip a game.
And they're going to actually have forward progress up at the 34.
Oh, boy.
So call it a loss of 10. But, boy, that's huge.
Just not wise running. Go down. Take the 5-yard loss versus the 15-yard loss, 10-yard loss. Nice job, though, by this entire Olathe North defense. They were ready for it. Savion Butler, the right outside linebackers, number 7, is going to get credit for the tackle, but it could have been easily 4 or 5 guys. They were ready for that one. And now, do you dare go back to your bread and butter if you're Blue Valley North?
I think you do.
I think you might have to. I mean, with the way that your defense has allowed Olathe North to run all over you this game, you have to feel like you put it in your.
Olathe North took a timeout, by the way, there. So they're all in right now. 2nd and 20 for Blue Valley North after they lose 10 yards. 2 timeouts remaining for the Eagles. 3 left, 1 right. Let's see if they roll out Mertz. He has been a killer outside of the pocket. He is going to roll left. Looking over the middle. Mertz, holding on to it too long, is going to shake off a man and throw it up in the air, and it's batted down. A dangerous throw. Why do you make that pass if you're Mertz? And it's 3rd and 20.
You're right. That is a huge mistake, and just you don't see Graham Mertz or any college level quarterback really make the type of throw.
3:05 to go in your ball game.
Now, if you're Olathe North, you got the timeout saved by the incomplete pass, and you're feeling really good about your chances to at least get the ball back and do something with it.
49-42, what a game it's been.
Flipped in a blink of an eye.
2 minutes ago, we thought the game was over. Olathe North was down 14. Now they can get off the field. 3rd and 20. Mertz is going to roll right on the snap. Has time. Now pressured from the backside. He's going to roll back to the left. Mertz wants to run. He is going to be stopped well short as he's dropped near the 43. 11 yards shy of the first down marker, and it looks like Blue Valley North is going to have to give it back to the Eagles.
And the Eagles call a timeout with 2:49 left.
Now let me give you a crazy scenario. 4th and 11. And they're not even going to consider going for it. But I was going to say, if you try going for it, a first down would end the game, with Olathe North only having 1 timeout. If you don't get it, you give Olathe North a short field, and even if they score, you have time left.
I
hate to play. It's a 49-42 game.
Yeah, no. We're totally against the grain here with this type of situation. I'm punting the football. I'm punting the football and relying on your defense to bow up and make a play, stop them. And even if you do give up a touchdown, it would only tie it unless for some reason they go for 2. I like that. I punt it and go get in my defense's face right now and tell them this game's on you. The game's been on the offense all season long. need you to come up and make a big play. And, we need your punter to come up with a big punt, too.
It'll be Cameron Burt to do the punting.
And he's done an outstanding job throughout his career.
He's got a leg. 2:49 to go in this game. Good snap. Burt has got time, and he lets go of a rocket high into the lights, hits inside the 10, checks up. Are they going to be able to cover it? They will. They're going to down it inside the 3. What a punt by Cameron Burt in the biggest moment of the game. 2:35 to go, and Olathe North is going to have to go 97 yards to tie the game.
Now, I've talked about it a couple of times here in this game. They've had an opponent go that on them, so maybe it's their turn to flip the cards. Shawnee Mission East went 99 yards to win the game against them, so now they have an opportunity here to go 97 yards and potentially win this game.
I'm never going to give a dagger call again in my life. What a finish. This is going to be 3 left, 2 right, empty formation for Arlen Bruce. And it's a legit empty formation. They're wide to left and right for him.
Quarterback draw.
He's going to fire a screen that is going to be a backwards pass. Oh, and it goes out of the back of the end zone.
That's a backwards pass.
That's a safety in the most critical juncture of the game.
What did we just see?
And it slipped out of the hand of Bruce.
The Olathe North coaches on the field are livid, but it was clearly a backwards pass. But it's not over yet, because it all depends on what's going to happen here with the onside kick. But how does that happen? I think
it just had to slip because the way that ball came out.
Yeah.
Boy.
Indescribable to those listening at home, and just to how odd that play was, and just how unfortunate it was, because Arlen Bruce has played outstanding tonight and all season long. You had to love your chances, but that's definitely was a backward pass.
That's unbelievable.
And they got, actually, if you're Olathe North, you kind of got lucky that it didn't get picked up, and that would have been a touchdown.
Yeah. And so, this is difficult for Olathe North now. 2:29 to go.
They have to onside kick it from the 20.
51-42. The safety makes it a 9-point game.
I don't think I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of football over the years, Tim. I don't know if I've seen something like that. That is just one of those "what did we just see" moments.
They're going to line it up just inside that right hash. 6 guys on the coverage unit for Olathe North to the left side, to the bottom of your screen. Olathe North needs to recover to keep their chances alive. The kick is going to take a high hop. Got a chance. It is going to be picked up by the Mustangs, and that should do it. They got the hop they needed, but the Mustangs hand unit able to recover the kick, and with 1 timeout remaining for Olathe North.
Zane Gibson, the reserve receiver defensive back, comes up with the play.
The Mustangs should be able to kill the clock.
Wow.
What a game, though. Unbelievable game.
Yes. And what's so kind of fun about this Olathe North team, and I know they're going to lose several key offensive playmakers, they're probably a year ahead of schedule with Arlen Bruce.
Here comes that Blue Valley North offense. And again, all you got to do is kill the clock. And the winner of this one, sure enough, is going to meet up with Derby. Mertz is going to run it left side, gets to the far hash mark, and gets gang tackled at the line of scrimmage. And Chris McCartney, do you use that final timeout yet?
Does not
He
yet.
elects not to. And if this result holds, it'll be a rematch of last year's 6A title game. And it was an all-time classic.
Oh, it was outstanding.
49-42, Blue Valley North took down the 2-time defending state champion Derby. We were there for it, and we're going to be there next Saturday. And it was a defensive play that clinched it last year for the Mustangs, an interception ended Derby's 6A title hopes last year. And Blue Valley North is going to burn a timeout with 1:35. They took the play clock all the way down.
Let's speaking of the playoffs, let's set the rest of the scoreboard. You mentioned that Derby won 24-6 over Manhattan High in the other 6A semifinal. Aquinas moves on to the state championship game. They're 67-21 winners over Olathe West. Tip of the hat to the Olathe West Owls for getting all the way to the state semifinals. It's not over yet down in Wichita. This game has turned into a shootout. No surprise of Northwest involved. Wichita Northwest is up 59-53 over Mays.
Wow.
So that one's not over yet. It is gone final, just gone final. Bishop Miege, no surprise there. On to the state championship game in Class 4 over Baser Linwood 46-7. And they will play the Goddard Lions. The Goddard Lions. They played them a couple years back in Topeka in an icy day where Miege won one of those state championships that they've had. They won 15-14 over McPherson, and should be able to get you a final from that Smithville game. They were up big over Warrensburg, and it is final now, 45-6 Smithville in Class 4 in Missouri.
So out of the timeout, it'll be Mertz dropping back to pass. Looking left side, throws an underneath route that is dropped by Eric Roberts, stopping the clock at 1:30.
What?
I'm with you. I am also scratching my head.
What was that? I don't get that. I really, really don't get that. But
and again, one timeout remains for McCartney.
You just literally gave Olathe North a free timeout.
That's 4 drops in the second half for Eric Roberts, and assuming the Mustangs are in the state championship game next Saturday, that's going to be one of our talking points.
Yep.
3 left, 1 right. Mertz wants to throw again. Loads up, fires for the end zone. It is incomplete. A diving attempt made, and it stops the clock with 1:24. They were looking for Massey.
It's just they're in their DNA, I guess, just to go, because Massey should have had that, to be very honest. It was put right where he should have been able to go up and get it, and it would have been another big touchdown pass for Mertz. But
I don't get it.
I 2 plays in a row. I just don't get it. You run the ball twice. You force them to call a timeout. Now there's maybe 30 seconds left in this game. Suddenly now, though, 1:24 left, and they're going to go for it on 4th down.
And here comes this sprint out to the right. I am telling you. Well, they've got the 3 receivers to the left side. They send a man in motion to the right side, and Mertz is going to sprint out to the left instead. He's going to set his feet. He's going to fire an out route, and he's going to complete it.
Ball game.
For the first. No, they're going to say it's incomplete. They're going to say Burt didn't hold on. He say he bobbled it, and it's an incompletion and a turnover on downs.
Boy, the side judge was right there, made the call. An incredulous Cameron Burt still kind of walking up around with his hands, palms pointed to the sky, asking what the heck just happened, because from our vantage point, it looked like he caught it begin. It was on the far sideline. But you just gave a minute 18 in life again to this Olathe North Eagle squad.
You could have had this clock inside 30 seconds had you kept it on the ground. Because, again, only one timeout for Olathe North, and they hold on to it.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Unbelievable. So still a pulse for Olathe North, down 9. Arlen Bruce bobbles the snap. He's going to run it right side. He has got the first down across the 40-yard line, gang tackled near the 42, 11 yards. It's going to shortly stop the clock here at 1:10. They got to get to the line, and they're trying to hold on to that timeout as long as they can. Bruce is going to climb in under center. He'll probably spike it. He will.
It wasn't a very good spike. It almost looked like he dropped it. We remember that Montel Cozart play at Kansas where he was trying to spike it and kind of fumbled the ball and lost the game. That kind of looked like that, to tell you the truth.
The 2nd and 10, back to the empty formation. Bruce, high snap, running out of time, fires an out route off the hands of his intended target, Stoker. And it's 3rd and 10 with 1:02.
You can just see it's not in Olathe North's DNA to do the drop back and pass type situation. That ball sailed high. But again, I just go back to the decision by Andy Sims, and remember he's the one that makes these play calls for Olathe for Blue Valley North. to call 2 pass plays where you essentially could do everything but kill this game. And I guess in one sense, I can kind of see it where you maybe get the first down and you just kill it. But clock is, the first down's not your enemy. It's the clock is the enemy now.
Right.
And I don't think I've ever seen something like that, to tell you the truth. I mean, what a weird ending to this game, Tim.
Blue Valley North takes a timeout here. 1 timeout remaining, and again, 1:02 to go in the game. And
we're now into our 3rd hour of this game. Not only has it been weird, it's been a long one.
And I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say next Saturday maybe just as long, if not longer, with a Derby team that throws it a bit more than this Olathe North team does. But again, not over just yet. 62 seconds still remain. 1 timeout for the Eagles, down 9, 51-42. Bruce looking right, stepping up in the pocket, rolling to his right, under pressure. He is going to throw this one up for grabs and batted down, and it's 4th down. And we pause for station identification.
ESPN Kansas City is KCTE Independence and K233DM Raytown. 1510 AM, 94.5 FM.
There is a Mustang down on the far side of the field at the tail end of that play. A guy that was in the face of Arlen Bruce remains down at the 38-yard line just in front of that Mustang sideline. A lot of the students for Blue Valley North have poured their way onto the track behind that Blue Valley North side.
Let's kind of set this up for people that don't understand how significant. I mean, we did this all last year when we talked about the significance of this. Assuming that Blue Valley North is able to hold on for this last 55 seconds, the significance of what not only playing for a state championship, like winning what they did last year. This is the significance of how big this is for this program and for this school. 2013. They were 0-9. 2014, 2-7. 2013 and 14, 2-7. Then they finally saw kind of a breakthrough in 2015. They went to 9-2, and they were the EKL champions. Blue Valley North is one of the perennial cellar dwellers in Kansas high school football. Amazing.
And now they're looking down the barrel of a second berth in the state championship. Bruce is going to roll left, weaving in and out of traffic. He's going to run for the first down. Stays on his feet across the 45-yard line. Lost the football at the end of it. Picked up by the Eagles, however. They maintain possession at the 41 of Blue Valley North. Clock stops at 44 seconds. You're going to have to ground it if you're Arlen Bruce.
Still have that 1 timeout left.
Gets under center. Takes the snap, grounds it. 42 seconds to go.
And just keep going back. This game should be over.
But yeah, Andy Sims, this was a program that was one of the worst in the Metro when he took over.
I played at Washington High School back in the day, and we even beat Blue Valley North, and we were bad. We were bad.
Empty formation. Bruce looking left, throwing left, and incomplete miscommunication as his receiver kept running up the field. He was looking for that back shoulder throw. A 6A title last year for Andy Sims was the first 6A title, first state championship in any classification for this football program. And here he is, 39 seconds away from a return trip in a return game against the Derby Panthers. And Derby is, on the other side of that coin, a absolute power. This is going to be their fifth straight trip to the state championship. Bruce stepping up, looking right, rolling right, trying to run it for the sideline. He is going to get out of bounds at the 30. He's going to have 11 and a first down, and it stops the clock with 30 seconds to go.
I mean, this shows you how fast he is right there to be able to outrun several Olathe North. They're Shawnee Mission North defenders. I mean, golly, they all had angles on him, and they couldn't catch him.
And I hate to break it to the rest of the Sunflower League, but as if you didn't know, this kid's a sophomore.
Sophomore. He's coming back for 2 more years. Not going pro.
First down, he's going to take a shot for Elijah Williams down the sideline. He hauled it in, and a touchdown from 30 away with 24 seconds. The scoring continues deep into this fourth quarter.
What a strike by Arlen Bruson. Even better catch by Elijah Williams going up and high pointing the football. And this one's not over yet. This one is not over yet.
Elijah Williams has 4 touchdowns tonight.
Oh, my gosh.
Extra point kick is up, and it is through, and we'll keep you right here. 51-49.
You know what? You got to give this Olathe North team all the credit in the world. They've been dead multiple times in this game. Dead. Done. People have left. It's not over yet. Got to convert the onside kick. They'll be going for their 3rd onside kick in a row. But you come back to, why do you pass the football on 3rd down? Why do you pass it on 4th down?
14
this game would be over.
Combined touchdowns in this game tonight. And unbelievable offensive numbers from both teams. Unbelievable. 636 yards total offense for Blue Valley North. 519 yards of offense for Olathe North.
Well, do you have another rabbit to pull out of your hat if you're Olathe North? I mean, because seriously, they've been close on that second onside kick. They were close.
Yeah, they're getting the hops. Give credit to Zach Willoughby Neal, the sophomore kicker for Olathe North.
He's been outstanding.
He does a good job of kicking these onside kicks. He's had to kick 2 of them in this fourth quarter. This is unreal.
Maybe the 3rd time's a charm if you're an Eagle fan.
Hands team out there for Blue Valley North. They're going to kick it from just inside the right hash. 24 seconds, 1 timeout left for both teams. Here we go. 6 cover guys to the left side for Willoughby Neal. This is your ball game. If Blue Valley North recovers, they're going to the state championship. Willoughby Neal has it teed up. The run-up, the kick, doesn't get the hop. It is going to be fielded cleanly by the Mustangs, and they're going to go to Emporia for the 2nd straight year.
Is that Hendershot out there? I think it was Sean Hendershot. Makes the great onside kick recovery, and you mentioned it didn't get the hop. The first 2 got the hops, and they were just fortunately able to recover it. That one stayed on the ground like a ground ball to shortstop.
And the shortstop fields it cleanly for the final out. 24 seconds, and this time we're not going to see any throws from Graham Mertz. He's going to line up in victory formation, fall to a right knee. Chris McCartney is not going to burn that final timeout. And the celebration is on. The ice bucket dumped on Andy Sims. And for the 2nd straight year, the Blue Valley North Mustangs are going to Emporia for a shot at the 6A state championship game. And they are meeting up once again with the Derby Panthers. 51-49 in an absolute track meet for the ages. The Mustangs outlast the Eagles here in Olathe. And what a performance it was from Graham Mertz tonight.
I'm utterly convinced. It was before. Everybody knows me knows that I'm a huge Graham Mertz fan, but he proved tonight that he, again, is the best player in Kansas City and deserves every type of postseason award that is out there.
Final numbers for Graham Mertz: 32 of 55, 519 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 picks. One of those really not on him, off a bobble. And he also had a rushing touchdown. Amari Pesek-Hickson, 14 carries, 66 yards. Through the air, his receivers, boy, big games all around. Eric Roberts, 11 grabs, 196 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cameron Burt, 7 catches, $129 and a touchdown. 7 catches for Sean Hendershot for 101 yards. Also catching touchdowns was Amari Pesek-Hickson and Amonth Masi. 51-49, your final score. Olathe North, they were fantastic tonight. Can't take anything away from them. They put on a show at the two-headed attack of Damon Sanchez and Arlen Bruce, who, boy, really unloaded it through the air, by the way. 5 touchdown passes, including 4 of those to Elijah Williams. But in the end, it's the Mustangs of Blue Valley North, too much firepower, and they're back into the 6A state title game. For Jeremy Crabtree, I am Tim Spurl, throwing it back to Chad Rader and Brad Porter in the studio.